There we go. We have sound. So don't swear.
Right. Stop being Tom then.
I'll test it first just to make sure we're all okay though. Sean Young joined. Is he not playing?
I'm sure I've seen him get up.
Oh, he's over there.
Yeah.
Just how does Sean Young join? Right, 2 seconds. I'm going to go away and test the audio and make sure it's working.
So we're on first from the Raptors.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, sounds fine. Sounds fine. So we should rely on our audience to let us know if the audio's working. Right, for those that have just joined us, we're now live at Winter League 3. I should have tested the audio before we started, but I never, so my bad. My bad. We're allowed to. It's live. It's not like Bez in the podcast. So joining us this week, we've got Tom Clark. He's joined us this week. Hi, Tom.
Hello.
To all those that were listening to the podcast, he doesn't have coronavirus, so he's pretty healthy. But if he does cough and sneeze and I run away quickly, then we know we're in for a treat. So we've got West Lothian Chargers up against the Renfrewshire Raptors. In this one, we'll try and keep up with the camera. I'm missing a lovely assistant to help me. Good old Jiggy. They're going to give it? They're going to give it? They're going to give it?
They're going to make a decision on the contact.
They're going to give it?
I think they're going to give it because they don't want to call the contact. No.
Oh, they're short.
He's being short. I have no contact. So I think
I like how Steve Smith, the photographer, was right on it as well.
Yeah.
So we'll get a photo of that later, hopefully.
So I think we're looking at fourth in inches. Fourth in a yard
Back
anyway.
to the end zone. I think we've got the whole end zone in here. Ben Wilson, there we go. Good
Didn't
old Paul
need it.
Johnston.
So that's his second catch of the second
Yes,
score of the
indeed,
game.
yeah, second score.
I mean, arguably the first one we should have probably covered him.
Yeah,
But
I think that's the one thing with Paul. People should really know that they're easier to go to now. We've seen this as we spoke about on the podcast with you guys are one of the most improved teams.
Oh,
so we
yeah.
kind of get an understanding of who's who now.
I think this is the thing that's a little bit scary about the Raptors now is that
Yeah,
the names keep changing,
they're
but
dropped it. That's
Yeah.
all right. I say the Raptors went down a score quite early, but they've come back. So, but I think it's just kind of bedding themselves into the game. I think the issue that we have so far is the blitzer for the Chargers. He's not breaking down hard enough. He just seems to be running right the way past. I don't know if it's a different blitzer. I think it is. It's not the usual guy, I don't think. Or is it?
no, I think it is someone different. But I think it's not the only time they've really gone deep. The Chargers has been on a throw that was about 2 or 3 yards out of bounds to Neil.
To Neil Warren on the sideline, yeah. I think I caught that earlier on the camera.
And if you're not going to go deep against teams with this height and speed, then
Cross field, that's a bit dangerous.
but there needs to be a bit more of an urgency in there in the speed of the attack.
I think they do. I think they're going to have to catch them out that way.
Yeah.
I think we've said a lot of times it's defensively they look pretty solid, although given they're 2 down, scores down and the space is so long, we've only got a minute left on the clock of this first half. But offensively, if they could just run a bit quicker, they might catch teams out. I'm interested with a new quarterback. They've obviously now got Hudson. Is it Hudson?
See, I have to admit here, this is when we go into D1.
It's really struggling.
I'm numbers and I'm teams.
Yeah.
That's about as good as
And
I can do.
I do ask these guys for rosters, but unfortunately I'm the world's worst, so I never really know who's who.
Oh,
What I can do though,
That's
I
a
can
very
open
quick-
up my app on my phone.
I know, but that's a very quick 4 and out with 30 seconds left. So
Yeah.
I think we're fairly safe to say we're going to expect a deep
I think it'll be a deep bomb to Paul.
first. So if we start the snap gone, we're wrong. It's a deep, quick snap to halfway. We've got 10 seconds left on the clock. 10, 9, 8, 7. They're going to have to hurry up here very quickly. Come on. So the Chargers, seem to have taken some consideration into the covering pole, and well, he didn't get the ball. So when? So there's just a slight delay on the second half restarting due to an extra point on field 3. We will touch the camera because I'll probably never get it back, but we've got a snap to Youngie, who's playing for the Blackhawks today. And it's a lovely deep pass, just half an inch too high for the number 2. So with all games at half time, we're just waiting for the thumbs up from the Master in Chief, Mr. Tree, and we'll get going. So we're getting the thumbs up from pitches 1, 2 and 4. 3, having just had the very quick turnaround, is ready now, and we should have the siren. There we go. And the second half starts. So in the live game now, we have the Raptors starting the second half, up 13-6.
Back on camera duties.
Yeah. Oh. It's a lovely passing catch with Paul.
I bet you Barry's going to come up here and ask us if we can move. Oh no, he isn't. The clock. Because even when I was standing there, I couldn't see the clock. So I can imagine if you're over in the first field, you won't be able to see it.
Well,
That's the issue when we record. We stream each field each week, and we get to 4, and we're like,
that sounds like a first field problem.
yeah. I think Nicky Farrell's blitzing the goats over there. There's some hips.
So.
Complete. Right, back to this game. So what I was going to say is I'm going to load up the roster for the Chargers, so we know who everybody is.
That would be helpful.
It would be helpful, but then the
Although,
problem we have is
the
the
Raptors
camera.
first?
Can we have the Raptors first? Of course we can have
Because
the Raptors.
they're on offense.
There you go. There's the Raptors roster. We can see how quickly we can get to. We know most of that. I think it's Ben Wilson at quarterback, Jiggy at centre, Grant Fraser, Paul Johnston, and
Looks like a new boy. New face.
I know him and I recognise him, but he hasn't got a number on, so I can't.
Alan Miller's my shot.
Are you going for Alan Miller?
I'm going. Think I've seen a 7 on this jersey at some point over the day.
Perfect. Well, we'll go for that then.
If not, well done, Alan.
This is when we
You've
get
got
called out.
stats.
They share the feed after. It's like these guys have no idea what they're talking about. It's like, yeah, give us Prem. There's Paul Deep Ball. I think he gave up a little bit on that.
He did. I'm not. See, that's one of the things I've noticed in the Division 1 that. There's the confidence in making the balls, making the routes, isn't always there.
Yeah, I think it rings true. I think I don't really watch too much Division 1. In football, obviously, I can't do 2 things at the same weekend.
No.
But it is very notable when we do Flag in the Year, Flag in Ironman, and here we just
There's that last step or 2 seems to finish earlier.
It doesn't. You should never give up on the play. I think Paul there kind of gave up a little bit. He'll probably say afterwards that he got pushed, or there's someone he'll back himself up. But if he kept going on it like he normally does, he would have caught that. But it's one of my favourite players to watch so far. Is Paul. I think he's one of the guys that I see making chieftains or making a real good run for it out of that squad.
Yeah.
And we're talking about trying to get more players involved across the whole chieftains programme. And that's definitely one I see stepping up so far.
I think definitely with Edinburgh and Clyde going down. We're going to see that it is achievable for Division 1 players to be in the chieftain setup.
I think so. Definitely.
And we're definitely going to see, hopefully see, Paul and Ben actually. I'd quite like to see Ben go down.
Yeah, definitely. I think it gives us that additional option. I know Scooter's probably what.
I think Scooter's
I think he's pretty safe spot. Yeah, I don't see many people taking over that. I think it depends who they want to go for. If they want to go for someone that's like has a wee hole there,
there we go.
that'll be an extra 10-yard automatic first. Yeah.
Which is lucky for him because there was a nice little flag guard at the end and we did the offsetting penalties. Anything I've not seen.
6, 7. Just making sure Mr. Ferretti gives him the 10.
So we're turning. We're first and half. Very unlucky with the spotting taking about a yard or two over.
Is it
there.
over?
Yeah.
I'm going to have faith in my camera skills that this isn't going to be a deep play. And I'm going to keep zoomed in on the action for everybody to watch.
Oh, that's a
Wick.
lovely
Is
interception.
that William Heatherwick?
30?
I think it could be. Fraser Hillhouse.
Well,
That was close. I knew who he was, but he's actually, for stats wise, that's pretty good for his stats.
yeah, he's one of the ones that's creeping up on the.
So Stuart Fleming has got 6 interceptions for them.
Yeah,
And who was that? Who's got that?
that was number 30.
Did I say who that was?
Yeah, Header House.
Fraser Hillhouse. Oh, so that's his 2nd interception, and to add to his pick 6.
Oh,
So
wow.
that's it's going to take him up the stats a little bit.
That's gonna
I think it's going to take quite a lot to catch Mr. Iceman Kev Woods.
Although he's not here today, I believe.
Is he not?
Well,
Can't see that far across.
the nasty rumours that you were spreading earlier is that he isn't
Liam.
here.
Liam wasn't here. I see Kaz. I see Andy Gibson.
I can see Liam.
Is it the middle one? Is that Liam? So maybe
That's
it's Liam
Liam.
that's here and Kev's not here.
Yeah.
So that, and then the second's Bud. Bud's
not
not
here.
here. Are we going to see Besley Berry?
I don't think we can see him catching Kev, but
I can't. I don't want to put it past the man.
I would love to see his ego coping with being top on 2 stats.
I can see it offensive and defensive.
We've got to count on him getting a touchdown today, haven't we?
He'll get a couple. I'll definitely give him a couple of touchdowns. But their squad's a bit deeper, so I can see the ball going to probably Nicky Farrell a bit more, Stepani, Greg Sim, Andy Keith. There's a lot of offensive weapons that are offensive players. Not against Bez, but I think he's predominantly a defensive player. But he has started to showcase a lot more offensive
he's
capability.
number 2. He is
well,
number
he
2
is.
behind one of the best centre in one of the best centres in
We
Europe.
avoid the
Oh, lovely.
There you go, Jiggy's in. And it's all about that blitz pressure. The blitz pressure's just giving them a wee bit too much time with the Raptors. They'll have someone open. And I like Jiggy. Jiggy and Grant Fraser both reminded me like John Guthrie and Ross Dawkins. When we were at King Bowl, the other team were like, these guys are going to be nice and slow. And then they see us play, it's like, you guys can play. I'm like, yes, we can. We're fat, but we're fit.
Well, I don't go stretching it too far.
Oh, well, I wouldn't say I'm fit anymore. I'm definitely no athlete.
You're definitely QB
I'm
ball down.
proper QB
Oh,
now.
that was such a close. Oh, and
Nice,
that's in.
swig your feet in there, Paul. That was on the camera as well. So for that, Paul got his feet in the bounds. Again, the one thing that let him down there was the blitzer.
Yeah.
Went past him again. We're gonna have to have words. We're gonna have to step on the field, start coaching here. Tom.
No, we keep that for you.
Oh God, no.
We keep that for you.
I'll maybe go down and have a wee word later on.
So who are you eyeing up to transfer to Carnegie next year?
Well, with the small squad we've got, I need to at least be hiring about 2 or 3 people.
Yeah?
I think so. So
You might be too far away from Paul, but what else
the contracts that I'll probably put out is if I want my want list,
you want? Let's go on then.
it has to be Kaz and Jules. You know why? They stay locally.
See,
They're in our catchment area. So according to Carnegie rules, you should play for
They're
us, not
fair
anybody else.
game.
I don't know. If I was looking at Div 1 players though, to bring up to play Prem, that's probably what everyone keeps shouting at me for.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty good at it.
So who would I pick? So I want another quarterback so I can at least get a rest when we're beating the Oil Cats by 20. So I need a second QB. So I'll probably take and this is tough because I like Andy Brown because he's a 2-way player, where Ben
Yeah.
Wilson's more of a 1-way player. Oh, over the top! I'm not even going camera.
Oh, that is a lovely catch and run. And he's
think
definitely a
it's
yard short.
We were talking too much there about the players.
He's definitely a yard short.
I think he
but,
was a yard short. Yeah, they've marked it short now.
but he's asking for a push, which I don't really think helps him either way
I don't think it
when
does.
he's a yard away.
So back to my QBs. So yeah, I think I'd probably have Andy Brown because he's a 2-way player. I think I'd have him both offense and defense. I'd probably steal him. Probably definitely Paul Johnston.
This is.
What are we calling here?
It's in. They called it in.
Calling
It's a catch.
Perfect.
So that.
That equal the. No, I'm trying to think now. Now we're going to be going stats here. What's the most points the Chargers have scored in a game this season?
I think it's over 20.
I think it's 21.
I think the problem they had is when they've scored a lot, they've conceded a lot. But when they've scored 13, they've kept they've scored 7. They've kept teams to like 6 and. So,
Oh, he's not open. Oh, is he coming back again though? Pick City. Oh, he dropped it between his arms.
that would have really just made it take the pressure off.
So the Chargers got 20 against the Colts. 13 against the... Oh, I can answer my question. They got 20 against the Colts. Yeah, 20 against the Colts is the most they've had so far. So
They haven't. Yeah.
offensively, they're looking on par to what they've done so far in the league.
Well, without 3 minutes with 8 points for them to match it. Which, again, is to be fair, is a very good Raptors team.
Oh, they are. And I think they have been playing. Flag in the year was a bit of an eye-opener for them. You know, not winning a game at all. But to be fair, it's not like they got blown out in every single game either.
To be fair, I've been part of an Allcat squad that's gone down, and the only game we won was the comments left early because the snow was so bad.
All right, yeah.
I think we lost 4 ACLs that day.
Oh, Jesus.
That's a good camera for you, but see, someone would say you do this for a living.
You'd think so. You'd think so, but I don't do this for a living. I do it purely for fun and enjoyment and to learn some new skills. One of the things someone asked, how do you do the countdown timer? I was like, oh, it's a PowerPoint presentation. Is that it? I'm like, yeah, that's it. It's like, how do you do the scores? It's like, I built an app using stuff I do for work. All right. And what does that do? So, it just updates a text file. Oh, is that it? And it is fairly straightforward. A lot of people that are not too tech savvy could use most of this stuff. So there is a tournament that will be hosted in here next year, which I'm not allowed to share any notice on until we get it confirmed yet. Oh, Paul Johnston, that's not like you. Well, that's a finger though.
That gave up after being tackled, I think.
So I know there's going to be a tournament in here next year, invite only, run by Not Carnegie.
Not Carnegie.
Yeah. But they've been asking me about what's the format, how good's the hall, how many fields can we have. So I've been putting my knowledge in places where we can actually use it.
That's good.
So
Makes a change for me when you're being QB.
I'll actually get a game in that maybe. We'll see. I don't know for Winter League next year. I'm not too sure what we'll do. We've not announced any dates for it yet. We've not got any dates for it yet. If we're doing it, it won't be run this late. It will. Oh, there we go. There's a deep one.
Pass. Why is he backing away?
Again.
That was well defended, but that was.
Oh, that was the last play of the game. And they're looking for contact.
Oh, that would be a soft penalty in my opinion.
Right, I'm going to go and do my...
Oh, and the Chargers have made an absolute mistake of this. They've called the contact, and they're bringing it all back.
Yeah, Raptors ball, 25 seconds to go.
They've now got first.
Right, I'm going to go get the wee buzzer. So,
Yeah.
I'll leave you to the last 20 seconds though.
Well, I think it's fairly safe to say that the game's over. We're just about at 10 seconds. The Raptors are up by 8 and can do whatever they want with the ball right now. Oh, that was a good sack to end the game for number 8. And with that, we have the first results of the day. So we have a 20-0 to the Raptors. In 2012, sorry. So up next in this field, we have the Newcastle Blackhawks versus the Rex's Midnight Runners. On field 3, we have the Colts and Silvercats. On field 2, we have Raptors versus Top Gun. And on field 1, we have the Killer Bees versus the Chargers. So, looking at that game, I mean, as long as the Chargers can brush it off quickly, you've got to think they have half a chance of going in and being warmed up already and taking that game.
Against Killer Bees? I think so. Looking at Killer Bees, they do have a stronger squad though.
Yeah.
Probably the strongest one I've seen in a few weeks.
Kenny's got to hope that for them, it's a case of being warmed up and hoping that does it for them.
Derek, Robbie, Willie, Paul Ferretti, they've got all the key guys in each.
Yeah.
I forget 88. Aye.
Yeah.
Aye, that guy.
See, you do this to me because you know I know the name. I just can't say it out loud.
Yeah. Ah. You're the away team.
I'm really looking forward to getting to watch Rexy. I don't often get to watch them.
What time does he start? 13:16. We've got 3 minutes.
Oh wow, we're almost on schedule at the moment. Mr. True.
Almost on schedule. I think
So-
we got. I think there were 3 Rexy games today. In actual fact.
So I hit on what do you want me to hit on here?
You go round 2. Reset. Pew, pew, and then submit. And then I change that.
And the Rexies have already won, which is no, it's 0-0. Never mind.
3, and your defense. That's 3. This one here, and you are on offense first. So you're going up the way. It almost looks like we know what we're doing, Tom. It's getting too fluent.
As long as people don't listen to me, I think they might believe that.
Good. No, and no one's commented, but it's everyone. It's Callum Woods, Michael Scott, Alan. I wonder why Alan's not here.
How's Alan? Alan had surgery a few days ago. So, looking for Callum to let us know when their games are and if we can watch them today. That'd be good. And we hope Alan is feeling better after seeing him on Instagram having some surgery.
I thought Callum was going to be here. Have fun play football, catch passes. And I need them all in, but I'll get Dawkins to do that, so just put it in there. I'll get them together. If you see Dawkins on the passing, get them to me. Oh, a minute to go, Tom. And we've not had any questions from the world of flag football on... Oh no! Gordon McSherry, we have commentary, yes. Susan, no commentary, folks. There is now. I'm late on the YouTube comments. I'm late. That's alright. Doesn't matter if we're late. We did it.
I'm ready with my finger.
We've got Killer Bees Charger. Yep.
Then we've got Raptors Top Gun.
Oh, Rexy. It's field 2, Tom. Field 2.
Yep, Raptors Top Gun.
Lovely. Silver Cats, Colts. Lovely. Black Hawks, Rexy. So Black Hawks. And John Guthrie's refereeing. Anything could happen.
I think this is probably going to be the game where we have the worst refereeing. And hoping that John doesn't watch us back and hit me too hard. I was definitely on time. I was definitely on time with that one.
You're slacking. Did you get it?
I was definitely within
good man.
a second or two of that one.
Right, I'm almost late with the camera. Let's get some. So who we got here? Black Hawks against Rexy. And the last time they played each other, was it not a tie?
It was 13-13.
And do we know if Newcastle have acquired their ties?
No, I don't believe that any tie swapping has been
Has this not
happened.
happened yet? I thought this was a thing. I've heard
So
Mr.
in-
Besley Berry comment on these ties.
In fantasy football, right, if you draw, we have a tie for a tie.
Oh, Sean Young. What was the Outlaws score tree? Is Sean Young not here?
Yeah, I've seen you.
Where are you,
I've
Sean?
seen you here, I'm
Is he
sure.
not over there? No, that's Angus.
Oh, I've got the wrong person.
I think we have got the wrong person. Sorry, Sean. We're confusing you for someone else, pal. We will get the Outlaws score to in a minute. I need to speak to Dawkins, who has all the score sheets. So we will get that to you just in a second, Sean. Just give us a minute. I'll chase them all down. In fact, I'll do it right now. I need them to update the website.
We have former Great Britain blitzer and Callum Young blitzing head coach Alan Young, just for a little bit of spice, who is also playing against some players that he quite likes. No, we're looking forward to watching this game. So we've got, for the Rexies, we have Callum Sapani, Callum Young, Heather Sperling McEwen, Alan Drummond and Greg Sim starting on defence today. And that's a completed pass for a first down and a tackle by Heather. So we're looking at a rather slow drive here by the Black Hawks, unless I've just been distracted.
Of a mess.
Well, I was just saying, I think it's been a bit of a slow drive by the Black Hawks, but they're sitting there with a first down.
Well, I think having Alan Young as QB, it's just experience. I think having Lee Fraser, and I like Lee Fraser at QB for Newcastle. I've never really seen him play too much. And the first time I saw him was the BAFA playoffs last year, because we were refereeing, I think.
Yeah.
And he looked really good, really sharp with the ball.
The ball seems to come out quite nicely from him.
He does, yeah.
I have to admit, I've only seen him week one here.
Yeah. He's a really quick snapper. The ball's in his hands and the ball's gone. I like that. I like that. It's something I can't do. I'm like evaluating the floor and then I get rid of it.
Oh, that's a lovely catch.
Is it Callum Young blitzing?
It is. It's Callum Young blitzing. We've been through the roster, sorry. And
oh, have you? Oh, nice.
we was trying to, well, at least for the Rexies, because, I know them.
That helps.
Trying to add some spice. We're
A bit of spice. I like a bit of
trying
spice.
to point out that Callum was former GB blitzer.
Callum Young?
Yeah.
Who's QB blitz now?
He was...
GB blitz now, sorry.
GB blitz. I think it's Sean that's gone... Not Sean.
Oh.
Steve has gone to Tough.
Mungie?
Yeah, I think he was brought in. Or unless he is the Canadian guy. I don't know. There's a Canadian dude.
That looks set.
Oh dear.
That was knees. And to be fair, the blitz had right away, so there's no really complaining there.
I would never want to. I haven't done it a few times in training when Callum played with the Oil Cats. I don't like running into him.
No,
You come off second best a lot of the time.
Obviously, last year was my first year QB, and obviously I've never met a lot of these guys blitzing before. So I think the guys that kind of scared me the most, Callum Young was definitely one of them. There was another lad. You'll know who he is. I just can't think of his name. There was at least a couple of guys. I'm like, Jesus, like they are fast. Like they were on you.
Kaz, Matty,
Matty, that's the one. That's who I'm after.
and Callum are really rather quick.
Kaz I was okay with. They might be. Oh, I can't. I've got Ross Dawkins trying to talk to me. Oh, it's over. I think they're in the. Who's that one? I think there's that one and that one.
So we have a fourth and long from the Blackhawks on this opening drive, which, to be fair, it's just ticking it to 5 minutes now. So I was right in saying it is a slow drive. We're saying we're on still on the opening drive from the
Fourth down,
Blackhawks,
no?
and we're on fourth and long.
What's going here? What's going to happen here? Oh, Aaron Drummond. Oh, there's a flag for Scooter though.
Oh,
I'm going to say thrown over the line.
I think it's got to be a legal forward pass.
I think so, yeah. It doesn't look like he's a usual QB, so that's the little things that kind of catch a lot of people out on. You've got to know where you are in the field. Oh, Bruni on this field though. Bruni with a deep bomb.
Oh!
That's the way to do it. Cammy, we're on live stream, buddy. Sorry for the language, folks. That's Cameron Reid getting passed over the top of on the left. I don't think he's too happy with life. Anyway, we've got Scott McDonald at QB, our QB MVP elect, I think.
To Nicky Farrell. So starting for Rexy's offense, which considering we're nearly 6 minutes into the half is a bit surprising to still be saying, we have Andy Keith, Bez Berry, Richie Moore, and Nicky Farrell with, as you say, Scott McDonald QB.
Cheers, Tree, feeling fine. Oh, Alan. Wonder why he's not here. He mustn't be.
I'll tell
Hopefully
you.
he's feeling alright. Did you tell me why Alan's not
Yeah,
here?
he's been on social media with surgery or something on his foot.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Alright, oh, well, you're up on it. You know, I don't know these things.
See, it's the joys of staying up until
I think this is when
1,000
people
o'clock every night.
realise, like, I'm really committed to flag, but I'm, like, so rude. I just don't pay attention to anything outside of flag.
So we had a nice, we
hopefully
had
he's
a,
alright.
we had a nice completion there from Scott to Andy, who is really rather fast.
Who, Mr. Keith?
Yeah.
He is rather
I'm
fast.
hoping he takes part in the Way We HNC. Oh, in the Way We
That's too
HNC,
deep.
it's next HNC Top Athlete.
Oh, lovely.
There was no MVP,
I'll put one in.
but give it to Youngie because Youngie changed the complexion of that team completely.
Okay.
So we have the scores coming up. I'm going to give us a quick score update
We
for
will
the,
get
for
the
the first
score
round.
update. So we'll start from field 1.
Okay.
So field 1 we had the Top Guns 26, Carnegie 6.
Okay.
Which, to be honest, I'm not really surprised at.
You just keep doing this, and suddenly come
Yeah.
season.
I know, but I think offensively we had one starter. No, maybe two. Chan and James Grubb.
So we
Anyways,
have
Oh, what's going to happen here?
a really
Nicky.
rather wide
Oh,
open.
Nicky. Everyone loves Nicky. Who we got now? You on the field? Field
Field 2, yeah.
So we had the Grangemouth Colts against the Rexy's Midnight Runners. You want to guess what the score was?
Less than 25, I hope. Difference.
So Rexy, in fact, we'll go Colts first. Colts 12,
Okay.
Rexy 14.
Ooh.
And it was 2 XP. That's a
Which-
difference maker.
I'm really glad the boys started laying it to Scott there.
Wow.
Oh, and we have
Mr.
A
Sim in the
2XP
end zone
there.
there on the camera as well, making it look sexy. Although I don't like Greg without a beard. I've kind of come to this conclusion. Anyways, field 3. This is one for Sean Young.
right.
Shout out to Sean.
What do we think?
Well, I think with you having Young at QB, I think that's what's been said as a difference maker. So it was Outlaws 13, Newcastle 19.
Ooh.
Playoff implications, that one.
That is, that was something we thought might happen. Just caused a bit of bother.
Put it into the comments for Sean to pick that up.
Oh, and we have a pick 6. No, they've called him short.
Is that an extra point?
No, they've called Cam Stepani short on an interception return, which I think is a little harsh. It's a little harsh, but nice short field for the Rexies to. It's Cam Stepani celebrating what is becoming quite common, seeing him intercept opposition QBs. Oh, and we had an easy one, and it's been converted finally to Richie. So with just nearly 2.5 minutes to go, we have Rexy's looking for their second XP2 of the game, which, considering the abuse Scott took on the podcast,
It wouldn't be a podcast without it.
so we have two very wide open receivers and a beautiful reception there by Nicky. So that takes the Raptors. Not the Raptors, sorry. Rexy up by 16.
Already?
Yep.
Ooh.
Considering the Blackhawks' first drive took them to 6 minutes,
Yeah, I think it's. This
scores-
is what's given me the feeling of Scott kind of having a bit of fun with this QB award of the year. They had it on the podcast for those that are listening. Scott McDonald is leading the way with the QB leaderboard, and with the Outlaws taking a loss in that last game, really helped Scott out. Although saying that, Scotland had two XP extra points, 2 touchdowns as well. Can't get my words out.
so he's on three. So he's already on a 75% conversion rate compared to his 30-something he was on before.
Oh my goodness gracious!
Oh, and we have it. Oh!
Oh, they dropped it!
There
all dropped it. They're all kicking each other.
was a bit of hand fighting there between the runners.
Man, they
Between Craig
runners.
Sim and Aaron Drummond.
Well, let's get this website updated. So I will probably be quiet, although I've got a million things to do today and not enough time to do them in. I will try. Tom, I might have to get you to do the whoop, 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 the alarm.
Oh
at
no,
half.
you don't want me.
You don't want to do that. I'll do that.
There's laws against me having sounds. Oh, and that is a rather close to physical tackle from Aaron, but he came away with both flags, so we'll give him benefit of the doubt.
What was that score? 13-19.
So with inside 30 seconds left of the first half, we have a first down for the Blackhawks with most of the half to go. Oh, not quite there for the sack for Callum. And we have a lovely little tackle from Nicky with 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's half. So the snap was done, the tackle's been made, and Aaron Drummond has intercepted. So, well, that is a summarise for that half. It was a very long, very well curated drive by Mr. Alan Young, but the runners have still ended up to convert scores ahead.
Oh, top man.
It's not touchscreen, is it?
No, that's not touchscreen. I'm not that posh, Tom.
I get spoiled a little bit with my machines at work.
There you go. See, I did have a Microsoft Surface Pro before, and it was an okay piece of machinery. But I had to upgrade you to Winter League. I had a better graphics card, better.
It is a beautiful machine you
It
have.
is a beautiful machine.
So, as the second, everyone seems to all starting to line up for the second half. On field 1, we have
I do. Oh!
the Killer Bees starting on offense this half. On pitch 2, we have the Top Gun starting. Pitch 3, we will have the Colts starting on offense. And on pitch 4, as you can see on your screens, Rexy's Midnight Runners will be starting with the ball this half. I remember the
You're on it this time. We're on it. Right, so let's have a look. I don't know if this does the points in my league standings. Does it do the points? Doesn't
do.
look like it.
Oh, well, that's a disappointment.
I know. This is a problem when you've got to rely on other people's technology and not your own. So I'm going to stick with.
And we get to welcome Michael Scott back.
Oh, nice. I do like Michael. He's one of my favourite guys to kind of spend some time with. I always remember being at, I think it was King Bowl the first year. All right. Oh my goodness gracious me. So, so that'll be 26.
I have a website for you to find interesting later on.
18. Outlaws lost.
So that was a rather quick start from Rexy, who are now in the Newcastle half already.
Let's see. Let's hit the update button. And if all is good in the world, we should get the updated league
So
standings.
we have Scott McDonald's looking deep. With Richie, oh, and the pass falls just short to Richie Murther for what would have been a third score. So what does the table look like now, Mr.
So,
Mr. Master
Top
Chief?
Guns are obviously increased on to 26 points. They're in the number one seed. They still need to keep winning though. I think Rexy are going to be kind of keeping it close to the number one seed. Renfrewshire Raptors have went above Carnegie or by 1 point, so they sit in third. Carnegie's fourth on 17 points. Edinburgh Outlaws are 5th on 16 points, and I can kind of see the 1 to 5. I think playoff bound. I can't see that changing unless crazy things happen with Newcastle today. But even then, I don't think it's possible. Then we've got the Silvercats, the Colts, and the Blackhawks all on 11 points.
So this really is a crunch game. It's on field 3 at the moment.
Aye. So I don't know if I've done my maths.
Oh,
I don't know how the maths add up there, right? There's a tie. Oh, they've played different amounts of games, that's why. But the Silvercats still hold the 6th place because they've got the advantage over the Colts because the Aberdeen have the head-to-head. So that's why the Silvercats are above. The Blackhawks, though, they have technically played more games than Aberdeen by 1 game. But I don't know what the head-to-head is. I don't feel like this commentary stuff.
I have it. Oh, that is a lovely pass. It's just a little bit of inexperience there from the. I'll say inexperience. A little too true of a fly there from the Blackhawks. If he just faded a little bit to the sideline, would have been okay.
What else is going on around the league? Chargers Killer Bees at the top. Ooh, that's an epic little one. Who won the first game? The Chargers won the first one, didn't they?
I believe so. That's a lovely handoff by.
And Killer Bees have just went up on the Chargers. A little pat. I don't know who's at QB. Is it Jason Dale? Passed it to a Killer Bees a receiver. Missed it. Chargers boy for the pick. Tipped it.
Oh no!
Straight into Derek Frost's hands.
Oh, that's a tough way.
That works.
It's
No, they drew up that way, Tom.
Is it drawn?
I've seen it drawn up that
I
way.
have seen a few plays you've drawn up for Carnegie.
Oh my word! For anyone that saw our play against, I can't remember who we were playing against, but the ball was like out of bounds by about 5-6 feet, and Callum Nichols swatted it all the way back into Brandon for the score. It's probably the most ridiculous play I've ever seen in flag, and yeah, we didn't mean it. I totally was a bad pass on my part.
So it's a little boarding. We've got Callum Sapani. Oh, that is some speed from Andy Keith.
Unreal.
Who's just.
Phil Watson, not
Yep.
one of the best defenders in the country, I'd say.
One of the Ranger defenders in the country.
Definitely. I like Phil.
It's a little concerning seeing Callum Sapani limping. Although with the amount of injuries he's had over the years and the amount of beautiful
See all this working
out
out
videos.
Yeah, all these beautiful working out videos are not really doing his body too good, are they? It does look off he bulked up, those shoulders look broad out. But those ankles. Oh, Scott McDonald with the hips. Love me some hips.
And then Andy Keith again, who really just doesn't.
Is that in?
That's been called in as a touchdown,
Yeah, touchdown.
which is a lovely catch and run. So, to let you into a little bit of a secret,
Oh, I like little secrets here, Tom. Well, I'm doing the stat input for the day.
there was a discussion that if Scott McDonald didn't improve his XP conversion rate, he was going to be benched for them.
It's for today.
For today, we were gonna
I
bring
should have
in.
brought my Rexy strip.
They were gonna bring in some of the ringers they have at QB.
Oh, it's not a bad option putting Nicky at QB. Oh, no, there's a question.
Oh, Fraser, I believe Fraser's here today,
Thompson. That was the transfer rumour I heard a couple of weeks ago.
but I haven't seen him yet,
I haven't.
So-
No, you're right.
and that's converted. So he's currently Scott McDonald is
I think it's safe to say he's your QB champion.
he's probably got it
I think we're safe to say that.
with 5 touchdowns and 4 XP2s in the day.
Yeah,
Where I think it's safe to say we can probably crown him.
I think we can. I'm happy enough to say that. So we'll try and get an interview with him later to big him up a little bit so he gets an even bigger ego.
Please don't. I have to play with him next year.
Oh, yeah. 2, 3.
Oh, and there's, on field 2, there's a beautiful little basketball play between Jules and Kaz. Little alley-up almost. So on second down from the Blackhawks, about half the distance, a little under half the distance to the first down marker. Got a little motion and there was a beautiful shuffle pass there, and Greg Sim missed the interception. But it's good to say that his hamstrings seem to be holding up to actually play.
Who, Greg Sim?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's able
he's-
to play football nowadays.
I see, everyone says that he's really injury prone, but I can't. Like, I've seen Greg play a lot of football since I've started.
So, Greg, we think, has played 10 regular season games for the Oilcats in 3 years.
Oh well, now you've put the stats in front of me.
We think. He definitely seems to be
that is-
healthier for Rexy's. This one day all or nothing seems to be suiting him a lot better.
I like it. I like it.
Oh, and on field 3, we're starting to get some questions around just how firm these new shrooms poppers seem to be.
Yeah, I've had numerous conversations with people, and I actually had a little joke with the Blackhawks this week on Instagram saying, "No, they shrooms, they're banned. Do you not know they were banned?" Like, Winter League's a different kettle of fish, boys. I don't think we're allowed there. I like the shrooms. I think offensively they're brilliant, and if you're a defensive player, you hate them. So
They at times, I mean, I'm putting out that the Oilcats have them as well, so it's obviously what everyone's going to be using, because why not? But at times they feel excessively tight.
they do. I think Barry in our team, he was using them for the very first time the other day, and he couldn't believe the difference they made.
Yes.
And that's the first time he's been using them. And it's big, these little things can certainly make all the difference.
Oh, of course.
And it'll be interesting to see if the whole league go for them now. You'll probably see them popping up a wee bit more. Popping down, whatever.
Oh, but
I know, it's bad. The chat's always bad, but you know what?
it's never
fine,
bad.
It's okay.
Just gonna do some jig. I can't quite reach to do some
Oh,
jiggery
yeah,
pokery.
we need to some jiggly pokery with the camera.
Especially when I realise just how bad I am at actually keeping everyone up to date with what's happening on the field.
Yeah, and people don't want to hear about the field of Tom. It's about us, We don't get to play, so at least our contributions we get to talk about ourselves.
So, and we have...
Dip? Is he dipping?
No.
Oh, I definitely.
Oh, he got through. Oh, Nicky is just not a fun person to have to catch one-on-one. And that is a rather emphatic way to finish.
I think I'm going to be doing stats all day, Tom.
That's
one game done, and I've still got 3 to go, and we've only got 2 minutes to go in this game before I get a new lot of stats.
What we need is a faster way of doing this.
I need someone else to do it. That's a faster way.
So, just to give everyone an update on the clock, we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. The Rexy Midnight Runners score is 30-0 against the Blackhawks, with the Blackhawks getting the ball to finish the game. Hopefully for them. Be nice to see them get a score. They haven't played particularly badly. Fortunately, it looks like 1 or 2 injuries have been picked up by the guys stretching on the sidelines. Oh, I lied. It's XP2 time. And in Scott's defence, he didn't throw the pass in that one that failed.
Oh, are we still talking about Scott's conversion rate today?
Well, in his defence, he didn't actually throw that one.
Oh, a stats update. Besley Berry just got 2 touchdowns in the first game, which means that offensive race.
It's probably over.
Yeah, I think Callum Woods. Sorry to say, Callum, we do love you here, but I don't know if I can make up some stats so Bez doesn't win. Oh, and there's a stat that nobody gets to see. The MVP leaders. The only person that knows that is now me. And Tom's seen a number.
Not the number I would have picked.
Ah.
Although, to be
Hell,
fair,
left,
so we're coming down, we're inside the minute. The Blackhawks are running time down. Callum looks like he's shaking off his knock, just resting the game out as it's over. And the slot receivers didn't quite look quick enough there for Young. So on 4th down, we're in under 30 seconds, so it's fairly safe to say that unless it's picked in return, that Rexy have won this 30 points to nil. And that's that game done.
Oh,
His tree runs away, and we have full time. So, everyone will give us just a few seconds to.
anyone on the live stream is now deaf. They'll not hear you for a minute.
Steal it.
Oh, of course you can, man. But I'm using it for the stats. But it's alright. It's okay. 30-0.
So, in round 3, starting in about 4 minutes, we have field 1, we have Carnegie versus Edinburgh Outlaws. On field 2, we have the Raptors versus the Silvercats. On field 3, we have Black Hawks versus Chargers. And on field 4, on the live stream, we have the Colts versus the Killer Bees. So,
Oh, have I built this app too well? No, I built it perfectly.
what everyone is not able to see is there's a little bit of steam coming out of
Oh my word, this
Tree's
is
ears.
tough.
and finger on his phone.
This is the part that nobody sees. Like, oh, we want stats. We want to see stats. I'm like, aye, great. However, I'm the guy that has to do every single one. And then people go, oh, but the stats are wrong. It's like, aye, but it's not me that's got the stats wrong.
Yeah.
It's the referees who, I'll be honest, this year have done okay with the stats, but there's been a few
good
error
timing, Mother.
messages.
Aye.
28.
Aye.
So, Bez, we were just talking about stats. I've been putting the stats in. You've just missed your stats, which is great.
Okay.
So you don't get to see where you are in the standings, but some performances so far. But that was some win.
That was good, wasn't it?
That was a good win. We enjoyed watching that one. There was a lot of picks. We did almost a comment on one of our favourite plays was Aaron Drummond playing juggling act.
Aaron Drummond versus Greg Simon, who can catch a ball
Who
the
can
worst.
catch a ball the worst. That was phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, that'll be a good outtake.
So we'll definitely be having that one on our wee list somewhere. Oh, there's not an MVP in that one. No, there is, because I've done it. Put it down now, pal. I'll get it.
Mate, I do everything fast.
Chargers. I thought this would be a lot easier doing the stats straight after, and it's proven to be an absolute pain.
Are we commentating on both, on 2 games or 1 game?
Nah, just one game. We're on this one here.
Pitch 4.
So we're Grangemouth
Ah,
Colts
cool.
against the Glasgow Killer Bees.
Fantastic. And how have... So we played the Colts. That was a good game earlier on, by the way.
Oh, we were just saying, everyone's like, wow, it's only a 2-point game because that
was
was
tight.
That was a tightie.
We've been going for 2 a lot today, Tree.
Well, we have been talking about, the comment has been made about someone's conversion rate.
So, yeah, we've been going for 2 a lot.
How's that been going today? Is it any better? Or is he
Well,
gonna
we must
get
have gone.
benched
We
yet?
must have gone 1 for 1 against the Runners, and I think we got them all except 1 against Newcastle.
Perfect. So he's not getting benched just yet.
No, maybe we missed 2.
Oh,
I think we missed 1 right at the end.
Oh,
Although to be fair, I think Nicky threw the ball.
okay.
So
Well, that's not too bad. See, these are the stats that I don't get to put down because I don't know who always throws the picks.
throwing in some option plays.
I've got that team to do. 62 for Raptors.
It would be amazing though if it wasn't, and it was like
It's just a 62.
no, 0 stats,
Anyone.
but had a great game.
30 now.
I'm assuming it's a thumbs up.
Oh, it's a thumbs up. Yeah. I'd be pouting if it wasn't. Do we know the
I've got
Silvercats Colts game?
the standings are already updated, but I don't know what the scores have been just recently.
Okay.
So if you can get it, we can let everyone know the good or bad news because a 3-way tie for 6th.
Tom, go find out who won the Silvercats game.
Alright, stats are done.
Let's
For
get ready
the
to
first round of games.
Let's get ready to rumble. What do I do? Press this?
Press enter. Oh, wait 2 seconds. Andy Gibson's weapon. Matt McClellan's weapon. Miami to go.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys.
Good. Cool. Okay, guys, welcome back to the live stream. We are going to be following the Colts versus Killer Bees game, which could mean an awful lot or could mean quite a lot, depending on how the last game for the Colts went. I'm not sure, but Ferretti immediately making an impact there, all up in Bruni's grill. Don't forget about Ferretti.
No, we've been commenting on Ferretti on his refereeing skills earlier. So, playing
What?
skills, refereeing skills, they all matter, right?
Imagine
Referees
he's
are people.
got, imagine he's got quite the.
It was,
flag
it was a contact penalty as well. Got the 10 yards, the
Good,
first
good.
down signal.
Okay, so second down, Bruni's looking right, drops it off to his centre, past
Oh,
Paddy.
there's cuddles. There's
And-
cuddles.
Oh. A brutal challenge there.
It was. It was. I hope there was an apology
So,
by Paddy.
oh no, I was calling that on the defence. That was atrocious. I was trying to take his head off.
Whoa. Since you're here, Besley Bear, you want to see a wee stat update?
Always.
You want
Is
to see
Scott
a wee
McDonald
stat?
still top?
Scott McDonald still top with 177 points.
Like so far ahead.
Yeah, Ben Wilson 139. Mr. Berry, you are now currently leading the offensive leaderboard.
Yeah, Callum Woods has been quiet today.
Yeah, he has
That's
been very quiet.
another excellent play by Paul Ferretti there, number 49.
I think
tough.
Callum was on our Facebook joined list earlier.
Good.
So if you want to, shout at him.
I want to wish them good luck for the day. Okay, so this
Raptors give that to Jules.
Okay.
Because Jules took the absolute mickey out of them.
Okay, cool.
this will be fourth down.
I have been making sure.
Bruni under centre.
Let's just go.
Yeah, again. that
Fakes the run.
that's-
Drops it off to
that's
Paddy.
good.
It's going to be a foot race. Paddy gets through, and it's called short. That's a turnover on downs. So we will see the Killer Bees offense step onto the field for the first time. 0-0, 2 and a bit minutes gone.
You want to put the scores on the sheet?
Yep.
Right, oh, field 1, field 2, field 3. So field 1, we have the Killer Bees versus the Chargers.
We did.
Killer Bees 12,
Killer Bees 12.
Chargers 0.
Oh. Oh dear. I can't remember who I called that game.
Next one, Raptors Top Gun.
Yeah.
Raptors 6,
Okay.
Top Gun 38.
Oof, that's a beatdown.
Healing on the point.
That is a beatdown.
The game that matters, and there's no score at the bottom. 6, 12, 18. But again, are those pick sixes? They're marked as pick sixes. But
Nah,
are they
I'm going
just
to go
an
with the
exception?
points here. I'm going to say it's 14-7 to the Colts.
But what are these though? Because that is past complete. So that'll be 6, 12, 18, 24, 25, 14.
Nah,
And they're two pick sixes.
I'm saying 14-7.
Who refereed the game? And Andy Brown's the MVP.
Got to be 14-7
So what's
then.
that?
It's got to be 14-7.
Oh my word. This is controversial.
No,
on the
right, I've got it
stats.
out. They've said that... No, I was wrong. I don't know. I'm going to say 14-7 because I think Tom just
I wouldn't
messaged you
put-
saying exactly the same.
Oh, did he?
So,
Let's have a wee look at what Tom says.
back
14.
to the game.
Yeah, it was.
That's a first down, and Willie's on a bit of a John.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a deep flag
Oh,
thrown
Andy
by Andy
Gibson.
Gibson.
What is that?
And they're calling it against the defense. First down is good. No, they're calling it against the offense. Blocking the blitz, maybe? But it's a first down nonetheless. So we agreed on 14-7.
Well, Tom Clark said it was 14-7.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'll trust him. And then, of
Yeah.
course, it was Blackhawks nil, Runners 30. So that's our update. Oh, holding. Blitz is going to get there. Oh, good moves, good hips.
Jason Dale getting rid of it though.
He held that for a long time, but he managed to, nothing bad happened.
This game's still 0-0.
This game is still 0-0, yeah.
Perfect, just checking before I move away. Let's now do the score update on the website so we can see the actual stats. Killer
Well, that
Bees.
Colts win doesn't mathematically eliminate the Silvers, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
pretty close.
The head-to-head is now tied though, but the Silver Cats
Are 2 points back
are
because they were tied on points. Well, what did the
Yeah,
Silvers' first game do though? No, because they were off. So they've got a game in. No, they weren't. They got smoked.
they were off.
But they got beat by the Top Guns.
It's not Carnegie.
No, because no. Oh, they were the refs. So
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Okay, so
Silver
they should be. They're 2 points behind with a game in hand. Maybe. We'll find out for you.
We'll work it out.
In the meantime,
Head-to-head though, it's tied, and Aberdeen would go through because they hold the points difference head-to-head as well.
Derek Frost with a fumble there, right along the front of the goal line.
Score I'm surprised,
And it
but it's
becomes-
a Top Gun score.
I don't know, man.
38-6. And I thought Carnegie got beat today by the Top Guns 26-6, and I couldn't say Carnegie's got a strong team today.
So the Raptors are better than.
I would have said so today.
No, Carnegie are better than the Raptors because they lost by 10 less points.
Yeah,
It's
that's what we're saying. If
on
logic,
the ball, it's on the ground, and it's another turnover on downs. That drive started really well for the Killer Bees, and then it kind of stalled after that penalty, which I think was a block in the blitz. No, because a block in the blitz is lost it down, isn't it?
yeah, it's
Must
just
have
lost
been
it down.
must have been contact then, or flag guarding. Maybe it's flag guarding. That would make sense.
Top Guns, 28. Pixies, 25.
It's a good little
Colts one,
little
right?
yard gainer there.
And Killer Bees one. There we go. Update.
So we're just approaching 5.5 minutes to go in the first half. It's still 0-0. This is the Colts' second drive and is second down.
There's your standards.
And that could have gone back the other way. It's a good play. They regather. And prepare for third down. Strong right to the offense. You can hear Willie there calling out the defensive instructions. Under center snap, Rooney rolls, and he's gone deep. He's gone deep, and he's massively overthrown his man there. He had him wide open as well. That's unfortunate there. That was maybe the Colts' chance to take an early lead in this game. 4.5 minutes to go in the first half, and there was just right in front of me a Chargers catch that could have been a catch or a fumble, but instead it ended up on the ground. It could have gone any which way. Oh, and as I was looking at the Chargers' electric uniforms, there was a flag on the play. Kills fourth down, and we will see the Killer Bees offense reappear. Oh, it's a wrestle as well. Oh, yes. Okay. Defensive switching there. They've obviously keyed into somebody. Oh, it's a good little dump off there to Robbie Menzies. Good catch, good tackle. Second down. Oh, it's a run from Willie McNabb. Great deception there up that sideline. And that's going to put them within touching distance of a first down. How are we doing with the statistical analysis?
Oh, it's nightmare. It's so time consuming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Oh, just
6.
Just looking over on some of the other pictures while we're between plays here, and when you see the ball in Eli Rory's hands, that man can move. Oh, he's going. He's taking a deep shot. He's not. It's off Willie's hands and out of bounds. Derek was motoring up the middle there, and oh, Neil Warren just dropped the touchdown right in front of me. It was a lovely throw from their new quarterback, number 9, who kind of gets up a little bit gingerly but jogs off field. Oh, and one of my favourite defensive players for the Chargers has just stepped on the field. The ex-wrestler, number 56, Dave Charleston.
Dave Charleston, I know who you're on about now.
Well, that's a huge play there. Robbie Menzies is just short of the end zone. Good scramble defense there from Bruni as we approach 2 minutes to go in the first half. And we can see the Glasgow Killer Bees knocking on the door. I can, you can't, so I'm going to turn the camera for you guys.
That's me. I'm sucking on the zoom. Let's get the zoom at the
That's
next
in the
time.
back, and oh, you almost, if you'd missed that touchdown,
I think we have a riot on the
you're
live stream.
right on the live stream.
Right, it's the Rexy stats I'm doing, so
Oh, Nicky.
it looks like Nicky.
Oh no, Andy caught an absolute beaut down the sideline, to be fair.
Richie had one,
And Richie had a good one as well.
and then Andy, you're right here had one.
Good to see Andy get his touchdown. Oh, it's a double, and the blitz moved there, so it's going to be 5 in coverage. There's been a bump. Ainsley's open, and oh, just off her hands at the back of the end zone, but she was open. I wonder if they'll go back to that. There was a bit of a collision at the front of the end zone that had Ainsley open at the back.
Ainsley's normally got a really good set of hands
It
on
was
her.
just
Surprised
overthrown
at
a
that.
wee bit. Just a wee bit over her head. We have 1 minute to go in the half.
Rexy Newcastle, no, the one stats missing. There's not enough number 1s.
Oh, I didn't. I barely touched the ball.
Yeah,
I actually don't think I touched the ball.
Oh.
Oh no, I did touch the ball once. I gained 2 yards on the run play. Okay, 45 seconds to go in the half. I think the Killer Bees will be happy just to bleed the clock out a wee bit as Andy Gibson re-centres it there. Robbie Menzies goes down. Quarterback and shotgun. Derek Frost out right. Ainsley Barkley in the slot. And my boy Willie on the outside. That's a good hold there from the blitzer. He's gone over. And Robbie catches the touchdown for a 6-0 lead with 20 seconds to go in the half. No, that must have been the extra point. Who got a touchdown? Oh, I missed a touchdown for you guys. I'm so sorry. Go on. 4, 3. Are they going to get another playoff? It's going to be so tight. They're letting the play go. The ball's out and it's incomplete. That's halftime, guys, and it's 7-0. I must apologise for missing the touchdown.
Oh, you've not got me helping, so I apologise as well. All over the stats.
So, yeah, Tree's still working on the stats in the last round of games.
This is when people actually appreciate how long these bloody things take.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Let's get to the. Let's do a rundown of the current live standings. As things stand, before this game started, we have the Top Gun in first place with 28 points, meaning they have secured the.
They're through
they had
the
a bye.
playoffs as a bye,
They had a
but
bye
they're
anyway,
100%. Yeah.
Rex has been out runners on 25 points. The Renfrewshire Raptors are on 18 points in third place. 1 point behind them is Carnegie Flag Football on 17. Fifth place is the Edinburgh Outlaws on 16. From there on, it gets very, very exciting. In sixth place, we've got the Grangemouth Colts, who are in a little bit of a hole here. 13 points, and then followed by the Silvercats and the Blackhawks on 11 each. Silvercats have the tiebreaker and are in 7th, Blackhawks in 8, Killer Bees 9, West Lothian Chargers bottom of the table on 5 after that crucial loss to the Killer Bees.
Do you think that's Paul Ferretti with the sacks? 49.
It's gotta be.
It's got to be. I don't think it's going to be anybody else.
Go, happy?
I think so.
Okay, have you got
Oh, I've not told anyone to start yet.
what's the button?
Hang on, make sure everyone's okay and then just slide it to alarm.
Happy?
Andy's good. Grant's talking. Nick looks alright. Stop. It's just Grant here.
Go. Sorry, hang on, it's going back. You good? we go. Chargers are obviously clarifying something there, but we are back underway. And it's a 7-0 Glasgow Killer Bees lead with the Killer Bees on offense. So a chance for that defensive, the thing you dread as a defense, giving up a score before half-time and having to come straight back on and try and stop them again. So
Tough.
potential, potential, you could, if you're going to really go for it, potential for 16 points there. It's a big swing. Snap is good. Ball's dropped. Ainsley Barkley pops it up by accident into Derek Frost's hands, and it falls to the ground and hits the floor. So they will reset for third down. And a long way to go. So they're in bunch formation. Colts match in the nice horseshoe. Jimmy comes flying through that. Gets hands up and does that sack. That is a sack. Jimmy T on the sack. Perilously close to that goal line, but not quite my favourite play.
This was a big safety.
I love a safety.
Love a safety. You gonna do it?
Fraser shouting in instructions there to Billy to move to the outside. Some deep rolls and kind of a pass to nowhere there from Glasgow, and that forces a turnover on downs. That was a good defensive series there from the Colts, who know that they need a score to get back in this. Because the last thing they want is to give the Silvercats a way back in. I will say that the Silvercats are playing their bogey team, but I'm not sure how the game is going.
Where are they? There he is.
Well, that's a good run. Good tackle break up the sideline. Oh, and there's a slip or a fall. He disappeared behind a crowd of players there, but everybody's upright and looking healthy and whole.
Bez.
So
Stats are done.
stats are done.
Stats are done. There's the updated stats.
200.
Biggest change here is Mr. John Cena jumping
Oof.
from about 5th or 6th.
Are Edinburgh having a tough day? Because Gus has hardly moved and Loon's hardly moved.
Yep.
Oh, what a throw! What a catch as well. I like how this Colts team are coming along.
They are. And
I do.
They have made the playoffs in their first year. Did they make the playoffs last year? They did, didn't they? Or was it the Sabres
No, it was the Sabres.
and the Killer Bees?
They went Bees and then
okay.
Sabres and then.
But again, they're always there or
Colts.
thereabouts.
They went I think they went Bees, Sabres, Colts, Raptors, Silver
Yeah.
Chargers.
I'm a fan of the Colts because they've got a really good centre in Paddy coming from the Sabres. You're continuing with your boy. I don't want to call it a surprise, but Stephen Cliff's been unreal.
Yeah.
Over winter.
When we said that on the show, I just felt it's just something I wouldn't have called beforehand. If that makes, you know what I mean?
I agree.
The development of Stephen has been excellent, and I love how he's completely bought in to the Colts. He's got his custom sleeve and his headband.
Oh, you've got everything. If
He's
you're gonna do it,
He's accessorized,
you're
and
gonna do it right.
I am a guy that likes to accessorize, and there is Paddy McGuinness. No, that's the guy from Top Gear.
it is. I think you might take it though as a compliment. Grangemouth Colts. That's not right. Oh, that's gets all the first round games. 12-4.
So 8 minutes to go. The Colts are knocking on the door and looking to tie this game up. It's a bunch formation, matched by a horseshoe. It's a pass, it's a run, and it's maybe a yard. And there's a collision, but all the flags stay in the hands of the referees. So we will continue with a fourth down. So this is the big stand here. Can the Killer Bees defend their lead? Okay, so it drops back. Andy Brown pops it in. It's Stephen Cliff and it's a touchdown!
There you go.
It is a touchdown, Stephen Cliff, a contested catch. Lovely move there from Andy. And that was
Just been talking about the man.
good. Just been talking about the man. Normally when I mention people, I curse them, but I didn't do it that
Stephen's
time.
a vet, an absolute
He
vet.
knows what's going on.
That doesn't affect him.
So that is 6-7.
I'm back, Bez. That's it. It's only took me a whole half and a half of the second half, and I'm back.
There we go. So this
can now
is to
watch.
tie the game up. There's a bit of motion at Stephen moving across the line.
I like that. Sometimes they
Killer
put them off
Bees-
back because Steven
Killer
sometimes
Bees
goes
matched
under
them.
centre.
Stephen goes out, and it's off the hands and out of bounds, so it remains 7-6 to the Bees, who will now come back onto offense. If you're the Bees, do you go for 2 if you score here?
Yeah, they do. I think they would. I think having who they got, Robbie, Willie. Interesting to have Derek Frost as Andy Gibson giving us a wave on the live stream there.
Or
Is it counting the clock down?
I am just waiting for Derek to drop back.
Yeah, it's a wee option play or something.
Good little move.
Oh, Dave Charleston. Oh, I like that. Picking the end zone. We have a charger down. I can see the
Charger.
clock stopping here in a bit.
He's
Just
getting
you right
back
click
up.
it.
He's
if
getting
it
back
does.
up.
It's alright, it's fine. No, you're good. No, just go again.
We're good.
Yeah. Andy! Go.
Okay, time is back on. And Willie's at the middle. Dropped in, it is exactly to Willie, and he's through, and he's loose! Oh, and he's tackled just after making a first down.
I like this. This is close football.
What a
And
tight
I
game.
think the Colts need to win this because it's not all said and done in those
No.
standings. Who's the Silvercats playing? They're up.
So I didn't realise that the Silvercats had the head-to-head on them.
Oh, okay. This
Tight.
QB change though.
Oh,
Nick Gordon with a bomb.
it is tough. It is tough for the Silvers. I would imagine that means they're down.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've done it right though. I do like Nick at centre, but to be fair, I also prefer Cam at wide receiver.
Yeah.
I think that's the big.
I don't think they know. I think they think that because they lost the Colts game, they might be out.
Well, that's what I tried to explain to Scott Forbes the other night. I said, you guys were one up. You won the first game, but you won 24-7. So even if you lose to the Colts, don't lose by more than 17
Yeah, as long
points.
as it's
And
close.
they haven't. So it does mean if it comes down to point, if it comes
Ooh,
down to
that was a dangerous throw there.
Robbie didn't look.
Robbie didn't turn his
They
head.
didn't. They didn't read
Charger
the
straight up
defense
the
that
middle.
well either.
That's got to be a penalty in the middle there.
So I was saying to Scott that regardless if you lost, you still have the head-to-head if it comes down to points.
Yeah.
So yeah, they do. Silvercats still have the head-to-head over the Colts, but they need to keep winning.
And they need the Colts to take an L.
They do, which could happen right now. We're looking at it.
Yeah. Oh, it's a little shimmy there from the quarterback and up the
Too
middle.
shallow
Just
for
a
Derek.
little bit shallow.
That's the experience, you know. That's the one thing we said the Killer Bees are missing is a constant QB threat. But
Yeah.
again, Derek, is he a receiver to give? Is it Jason Dale? Is it Jason Dale? Or
Oh, Jason Dale plays for the Raptors.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, so it does. So is it Riley? 28. I've just been talking about my Div 1 player on the there's flagged by Kaz on that far side.
What a catch, though. Robbie in for the touchdown, but the
what's
flag
the
on the
flag?
play.
That is the flag. 3 over the line. Is that a line penalty?
Offside on the
Offside.
offense.
Ooh.
Wipes the score off, and there's a turnover and downs. We've got a 1 point game, guys, inside 2.5 minutes.
Guess it's Colts to win, right? And
Colts-
playoff chances. This is
Colts
where it matters.
Colts need a point, and then this could be the dagger that the Silvercats are hoping not to get. And let's not. Oh, out of bounds.
Dale Riley.
That's a
his
good
name.
call from Matty, I think, with him out of bounds.
I'm going to get on the camera work quite good in this one.
Has Matty changed his mind? Out of bounds there. That was a good call from the referee. We were looking right down the sideline on pitch 3, and that was. I agree with Matty. That was out of bounds. So the thing is, though, like a Colts loss here does also open the door for the Blackhawks if they're to beat the Chargers.
It really does. The Blackhawks, we kind of had them as a lower down one purely due to schedule and Newcastle having a harder schedule. But Youngies has given them a whole new dimension
Although
today.
he is not playing there. Which means they must be up by loads.
They must be winning.
Youngie only comes out if they're down by loads or up by loads.
Yeah, they're winning. So that then actually puts now, if the Raptors are beating the Silvercats, this now puts the Blackhawks into the 6th spot. They're playing with a chip. They seen the podcast. They heard the power rankings and thought, let's have us some. I think Alan.
Come on, then, come on, then, if you think you're hard enough.
Alan did message us saying that he was doing good face surgery. Bartholomew. I think Tom filled us in with he had a little bit of surgery there. So he was missing one of
Well,
the
that's
key
a deep
guys.
shot to nowhere.
Oh, there he is, talking the devil. There's Tom.
Okay, we're
Hi,
inside
Tom.
50 seconds. Bruni is going deep, and it's caught by
Oh,
Stephen
Stephen
Cliff!
Cliff! 40 seconds to go.
40 seconds to go. They are running. Okay, remember, guys, the Colts are 1 point down. That was enough
Jamie Archibald joined.
for a first down.
He's in the States. 33, 32, 30.
Bruni
Better
takes
get
a
my
snap.
camera right here.
He rolls, he throws it deep.
Paddy.
Tap, inbounds.
Oh, this is
just
tight.
outside.
They need this.
There's a run zone, veteran.
Oh, they need this.
veteran
20
move there
seconds.
by Robbie
got
Menzies
the
just to drop the thing down. 15 seconds to go.
14.
This could probably be the last play of the game.
They need it.
Bruni takes a snap. He looks. He throws out, and it's caught in the end zone.
He's got it. 4,
12 points to 7.
2, 1.
And that is game with 5 seconds to go in the back of the end zone. The Colts score a touchdown to win and put a dagger through the hearts of the Silvercats and the Blackhawks.
Wow.
That went well.
That was some drive, Bruni. See, we're picking our all-star 5. Stephen Cliff, critical on that one. Paddy, critical on that one. Bruni,
Absolutely. So
clutch.
here's the mandatory extra point
Clutch.
conversion and tipped
Yeah,
away by
Robbie.
Robbie Menzies. So it will finish 12-7 to the Grangemouth Colts. Congratulations to them. Looks like they are going to the playoffs.
Sorry, I've just come to see yourself how you do this. The thing you do.
the audio's on now. Are we good? Stuart! Stuart!
And that is round 4 on the day kicked off. So we're back with the Runners versus the Chargers. The starting lineup is unchanged from the previous game. Is Bez, Richie, Greg, Nicky and Scott for the Runners, and then we have some people dressed in blue for the Chargers.
They're very blue, and I've still not won over on the strip. They might have given me a mug to try and cheer me up over the strips, but they're too blue. I'm just not a fan. But saying that, my favourite colour is orange, and if I got my way at Carnegie,
Oh, and that is a beautiful, beautiful.
Scott McDonald's, what are you doing, son? You're leading QB race. That's not really going to matter. He's way too far ahead.
But that is
Some pick though.
that was a beautiful interception, really
It
well
was.
caught.
The ball's in.
So we now got a nice short field, and Fraser Thompson looks to be making his first appearance for.
Oh, Neil Warren.
And that is
Yeah,
out
of bounds.
of bounds. Incomplete, but let's just make sure everyone knows I was out of bounds first.
Yeah, we see. Well,
There's not there's any favoritism from here.
no, we don't give favouritism. To be fair, I don't like anyone, so there's no favourites on my part, Tom. Unless it's my Aberdeen boys. Rexy, I do like some of them. My boys, my team, everyone knows I don't like my team. They know a transfer's coming.
And it's just the experience of Fraser suddenly brings to this team.
Yeah, and to tell you one thing, Fraser's kind of looking good again. I think his mobility's getting better.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I actually have seen him. He looks like he's dropped a bit of weight as well. Which I think is going to really help him. But that happened. Like as soon as he's on his ankle, you knew that would be an issue. Oh, we've got some scores. No final scores though. Did you? For those on the live stream, they also heard me go have a wee rant at referees about how poor that Colt Silvercat score sheet was.
No.
What were they doing?
I haven't seen it.
That's, like the last Colt Silvercats, they were actually writing.
Were they writing names, were they?
I'll see if I can find it for you. It is the worst score sheet I've ever seen in my life.
So a quick tip update before we got distracted. The Chargers have, from 5 yards, taken 3 attempts so far, and they have gone back 5 yards. So on 4th and 10, we have the Chargers looking to go up on the Raptors, and they dropped it.
So
They dropped it.
here's the score sheet, right? So
Right.
discounting what I know the final score is, looking at this score sheet in a BAFA regulated game, what's the final score?
14-7 Colts.
That's what the final score was, but 6, 12, 18, 24, 25 and 2 pick six. Because that's how the score sheet's been marked.
Whoa.
Exactly. And you said it was 14-7. It can't be
So-
14-7.
Let's give me a quick second. I'm going to name and
Because
shame.
this changes the whole league standings if that's wrong.
I'm going to name and shame here. So I hope you can see that on there.
Yeah, it's the worst score sheet. And if it's 14-7 to the Colts, like why was Cammy scored all those other ones? So did the Silvercats win?
No.
Then how those are touchdown passes and 2 pick sixes.
I was of the understanding there was 1 pick six that was for the Silvercats. Was their only scoring play in that one. So who
So we've got it down as the Colts winning 14-7.
which I believe to
Because
be
that's
the
what
right
we were
score.
told, because you told us that, yeah. But it doesn't, that's not, why would they write that Cammy threw 3 touchdown passes?
4.
4 touchdown passes.
So go on then, let's, in the vein of naming and shaming. Sorry guys, watch this game, commentate it yourself.
Yeah, commentate your own game. Rexy, they just scored, we're not even updating the
Oh
score.
right, okay.
I think that's 6-0.
Boom.
Right, so 6-0 Rexy. We'll try and keep the score up to date, but we'll talk about the score sheets. Who refereed that game?
So come on then.
Who refereed that game?
So
Mallow.
Carnegie.
But there's no way my guys would mess that score sheet up. Like, I understand putting the picks in the wrong area. Right, I understand that because most people don't know that. But they wouldn't get surely that wrong.
I mean,
Because this changes the whole playoffs. We've currently got the Colts in the playoff position. But if this score sheet's wrong, it's the Silver Cats that have got the playoff position.
So I'm going to do some investigative journalism. Would you
Yeah.
like me to go to
If you could please go and investigate, because that hamper. Oh, I think we're back. Little technical glitch there. Someone can give us a comment just to let us know that everything's back to normal. So we have Tom currently away investigating the Colt Silvercat score because I think we've been given false information. So we've got Tom away at the minute. He's going to have a little look at that. In the meantime, we'll give a little rundown of what the scores were from that third round of games. So we had the Outlaws playing Carnegie. We had Outlaws 19, Carnegie 13. So that seemed like a close one there. Raptors were playing the Silvercats. Raptors came out and won that one 20-0. So Silvercats held pointless in that one, which isn't too good for their playoff opportunities. We've got Newcastle versus the West Lothian Chargers. What seemed to be a really close one, but we have Newcastle taking a 1-point win, 13-12, which really helps the Newcastle guys with their playoff opportunities. And the last game that we saw on Field 4 was our own one here, and that one ended 14-7, with 12-7 with the last play of the game. Besley Berry. So I've still not seen Tom yet. Where's Tom? Where's Tom? Tom's away investigating somewhere. I've not had any luck for heard from him just yet, so hopefully hear back from Tom fairly soon. And hopefully get those scores updated. Oh, here he is though.
So,
What is the latest feedback?
first of
what is
all,
going on?
if this has been marked incorrectly, what punishment did Carnegie get?
I don't know. It depends. Did Carnegie get it wrong?
Oh yes,
So what was the final score?
it was 14-7.
So what are these then?
Don't know.
And who confirmed the score was 14-7?
So I've now had it confirmed by Fraser in the game before, Thompson of the Colts, and currently Rexy Fame,
and Silvercats?
and the Silvercats have just confirmed it there.
So
They
it
seem
begs the
absolutely
question.
baffled by the idea that Cam Reed threw 4 touchdowns.
Wow. So what's going to be the punishment for Carnegie?
I
I'll be
think
honest,
they should forfeit their
playoff.
spot.
I think so. Being, league GM, if you want to call me that, I really don't like that title, but I'll take it for this
I've
opportunity.
been calling you Master in Chief today.
Master in Chief. Alright, I can handle that. It's a wee bit different.
Are we still sitting at 6-0?
No, I have no idea what the score is.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Um,
For those watching at home, I'm taking a guess of what I think it is.
no, I don't think it's that bad. We're going to pop it in. Is that what we think the score might
That's
be?
what we think the score is right now.
Well, once it comes up,
Any
we'll see.
second, it'll come up.
It might come up. In fact, there's a chance it's probably on the live stream. Yeah, it's already on the live stream. Yeah.
So this is the assumption, and yeah, why not? So we're just going to try and get the actual score for this though, because my guess at 44-0 is probably incorrect. Actually, I hope I'm incorrect because I think this would do me over rather badly in the pick and
Picks League. I haven't even done that. I wanted to try and do the Picks League today and try and get them all done as they were coming in to see who was leading the Picks League. But
Would you like me to do that for you?
no, because you're at the top, I don't want you to do it.
No one knows that yet.
Oh no, it's an official. Did we not post that to everyone?
No.
Oh well, it's out there now. Then I've said it now.
In that case, we'll change the score around to suit me soon.
Yeah, we'll update everyone probably later on with who the pick-em winners and leaders are. As you know, Tom is currently leading the way with 10 picks today, but it can swing. I think the top 20 are split by 5, so it's going to be pretty tight. Right, do I do the stats for these games, Tom? This is the question.
Right.
Do I do the stats?
I think we should.
Right, so that game,
We can't do stats for that game.
I've done it based upon that score,
Well, you're gonna have to.
and I've
undo it. I apologise.
ignored those ones. No, I did do it based upon 14-7.
Right. Okay, that's fine.
So that one can go in the bin, and Carnegie can get.
that is a contact
So
penalty.
it's
We heard the
8-0
slap from
Rexy's
here.
Midnight Runners. It's 8-0. It's not 44-0, Tom.
Goodness me.
Just the 8.
There we go. We will update this correctly now.
Right, how are we doing time-wise? Oh, 30 seconds. There's so much going on today. Like, people don't realise how much stress this is for
It
me.
is a hectic day today.
It is, and I'm trying to do like stats. I'm trying to do
And
update the website. Have I updated the website with that round of games?
Yes.
Did
no, you haven't.
No, with these ones. Oh no, I never.
No,
did.
you haven't. So we've got 10
did,
seconds
didn't I?
left in the
No,
clock.
I
We
didn't.
have a first and.
I'll do the standards.
Oh, very nearly a score. The Rexies need to hurry up here. They have 3, 2, 1, and that is half time.
Oh. Got it.
Think we got it before we caused too much controversy?
Yeah, I got your pick.
Yes, I believe we've caught it before too much controversy. Although it does look like there is a game on field 1 and on field 3 having to finish out. We've got the Outlaws going for an extra point against the Silvercats.
Stephen
and
Cliff just got his.
Colts seem to be carrying on this little tear there today. And Cameron Reed prevented that extra point from the Outlaws. I have no idea what the score is, so that could be absolutely meaningless in the grand scheme of things, or it could be very relevant.
Yeah, we'll see. I'll soon find out when they come back to it, as long as the score's not brutally wrong. Did you see the Blackhawks Chargers score? It
No.
was 13-12 to the Blackhawks.
Oh, what did that finish on? Do you know?
What do you mean?
Do you know if that finished as an extra point, or whether
I don't know.
they missed one?
To be honest, I don't really know what's going on today. My head isn't. I should really know because I'm getting all the stats again, all the scores and all the standings. But I'll be honest, man, I'm
Right.
struggling to
Are
get.
we ready to
everything
go?
up today. Yeah, I think we are. Just check.
So we're on a countdown to the
Hi.
game's restarting. Just waiting for one more pitch to confirm, and then we will get going. Getting a few little waves from the Rexy boys. Luckily, they're not using their fingers as they normally wave to me with. Still got a little bit of a hold up of field 3 here at the moment.
Issue, I think.
Oh, is this a Carnegie score sheet
I'll be
under
honest.
debate again?
This is going to be one of the issues where Carnegie are going to let us down because it's not really our main guys.
So,
I'm making my newer guys. I'm putting them under too much pressure and using Winter League as development, Tom.
well, that's what I believe it is for. And with that
That's what it's meant
deafening
to be
siren,
for. Yeah, I think I'm not too impressed with my Carnegie lot recently, but they'll learn. They've got Alex is a new guy to us. Stuart, this will be his only his second season.
Riffing's something we talk about quite a bit on the podcast.
It is. It's one of those topics where I think the refereeing standard in our Prem is next class. Because the ones that do referee are the ones that are really good.
Well, I think the what
nice
a catch! That will be one he takes home on the highlight reel.
Yeah.
I think we're spoiled, and I've said this a few times now. I think we're spoiled in the fact that we've got GB Chieftains players refereeing with 10, 15 years experience. So the Chargers are now starting to move the ball up the field. I actually kicked the table, so I apologise for that. And I think we're on a 4th and short of the first down marker. So we have an interesting decision for quarterback Neil Warren to decide whether he's going to just try and get the first, or he's going to take advantage of this very aggressive-looking Rexy unit.
Here's an interesting. Have you seen the recent
Oh,
league
and he's
standings?
gone down.
Are Carnegie in trouble?
Oh, so
It's close.
how many games do Carnegie and Newcastle have left then?
9, 10, 15, 16, 17.
So with that slip and let down of his boot, the Chargers turn the ball over on downs. The starting lineup looks to be the same again for Rexy as it was for the beginning of the game. Nope, I'm incorrect. Greg Sim is on instead of Andy Keith, but he's not needed as he looks tired and Nicky does all the work anyway. Hopefully they don't score too much because my hands are a little bit cold today, so I'm keeping them in my
Oh
pockets.
yeah, I'm exactly the same. I'm starting to feel it now. The afternoon's getting a bit darker, and I'm getting a bit more nervous for my team, Tom.
So there we go. So we'll give everyone a quick update on the league standings if you want.
Aye, go for it.
So we've got Rexy have just gone up with a touchdown pass and a horrendous celebration by Bez. The pass was from Scott to Greg Sim, and they are now 14-0 up. So, hey up. So we have Top Gun top. We have Rexy's Midnight Runners second, 3 points behind, which is the same gap they came into the day with. We have the Raptors at third, which is a few spots up from the beginning of the day. They are 2 points ahead of the Outlaws at fourth with 18, and Carnegie, who started the day at third, and why Tree is a little bit nervous, are now down to fifth with 17 points, only 2 ahead of the Colts, who are 2 ahead of Blackhawks at 7. Silvercats look like they're really missing Jamie today, as they've dropped to 8th, and the Bees have managed to take 9th over West Lothian. So how many games left have we got for the Blackhawks?
I think Carnegie's got 2 and Newcastle's got 3.
So we're going to come down, providing they win out, each win out, we're coming down to...
Carnegie needs a win,
Carnegie needs to win a game today.
a game, to make it. I think. I'm not going to do the math. Math is never my strong suit. However, I'm not too confident. But that's what Winter League is for. It's for development, Tom. Scores don't matter.
Scores don't matter, trophies do.
Honestly, this is... People keep asking me, we're doing Winter League next year. I'm like, I don't know, because I want to play. Because it's really starting to annoy
So,
me.
for those players who are looking for some of this fantastic indoor action, who haven't made Winter League, and if Winter League doesn't happen next year, there are tournaments happening indoors this year.
Never, Tom.
yeah.
Where are these
We
happening?
have one in Aberdeen.
Nice.
We have a few spaces left. We've got the Aberdeen Sports Village, which is, for anyone who hasn't been there, a fantastic facility.
It is. It's one of my favourites to go to. Actually, I remember my first ever tournament for flag was in Aberdeen at the Quake for the very first year, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was my first ever tournament.
that was a fun day, that one.
I don't really remember it, if I'm honest.
There was only 5 teams. We
Was I there? I'm sure Carnegie were there, because we...
yes, Carnegie, Glasgow, Oilcats, Broncos, and a Wolfpack team of teams that just came along.
Oh, yeah. So I think I definitely was there.
Yes,
because I remember
I'm pretty
throwing a
sure.
pick to the end and Gary Elliott caught it. And that was my first ever QB experience. And it was just a last game at the end, just Stuart, go have a go. And it was fun. I've obviously got a little bit better since then. A little bit.
So,
12. Who's 12 for the Outlaws?
gonna have to apologise right now because I have not been paying that percentage of the Rexy's game, as I've enjoyed talking and listening to myself sound my own voice too much. So if someone wants to let me know if it's
Have we still not got the score again?
if it's 14 or 16
Oh,
now,
Tom. When do we sack you? Nah, we don't want to sack you. I'm too busy doing this.
you can sack me if you wish.
Nah.
I'm not leaving outside because the rain has
I know.
started.
I was just going to say that this is the one part I enjoy about being in here is the fact that I can hear the rain outside and we're dry.
So I've got an interesting proposal for you for Quake, Mr. Tree.
Oh, I'm up for proposals. I like the sound of a proposal.
Oh, and we have a very clumsy defence by Chargers 22. I mean, it wasn't a penalty. Bedsbury waved it off as not a penalty as well, but it was very clumsy, should we say.
I'm going to have another situation where I don't know my players.
Who are you looking for?
Number one.
Number one for Outlaws?
No, for Carnegie. For my own team.
Oh, I haven't a clue.
No, I haven't got a clue either.
Type it, just pick a Div 1 player. It'll be sure it'll be them next year.
You know what? I'll just leave it blank.
Oh,
Paul Johnston.
on field 2, I don't know if you've just seen that or not, but the Raptors have just had a beautiful 3/4 of length field. No, you definitely didn't see it.
Nah, they wouldn't have saw it.
Richie has just got the first down for the Raptors. Yeah, sorry, for the Rexy's Midnight Runners. As you can tell, I'm really most excited for the Jurassic game today.
I
Jurassic World
am. I am. I'm really looking forward to it as well. Yeah, it's one of my favourite games, sort of like thingy on anyway, is the Rexy's games. Oh, here he is. The most handsome man in Britain. We just giggling at that.
Definitely the most
Oh
handsome
wow,
man on the flag.
this is a pretty sweet setup you guys have got.
It's pretty good, isn't
High
it?
tech.
So we've got live streams, we've got clocks, we've got apps updating the scores, although Tom's not keeping count. And
Is it
stats.
16 or 14 for Rexy's?
I don't change, so I don't.
You done for the day?
yeah.
Is it a hamstring?
Oh, well.
Just we
Broken.
were saying it looked like you just about looked like you managed to get walking good again, but
I don't know what's happening.
so what we have, sorry, we haven't introduced. We have, as we said, the most beautiful man in flag football.
No.
Who we're going to give a seat to.
No, he's good. I need to stand.
Okay. So Callum of the Rexy's Midnight Runners and occasionally of the Hornets.
Christian.
We don't talk too much about them.
No.
The Rexy's number one.
Hiya.
Is
He
here.
looks pretty swanky, like.
So it's not bad, is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good. So you kind of doing 2 games at once? Are you like commentating 2 games at once?
Nah, just,
Occasionally I get distracted by what's happening that way.
Okay.
we have been trying to do like games. We
this
have had our phones set up and this one set up, but it's just way too much football. If we had more people helping, then maybe, but it's tough.
Early days,
it's
eh?
tough. Yeah.
Oh, that was a nice one-hander from number 2 of the Newcastle Blackhawks.
Yes.
Yeah, we've no idea who that
That's
is.
pretty much how we deal with it as well.
Yeah.
Number 2.
I think I'm a natural at this.
That's it.
Scott McNall lined up in shotgun. Making a motion. Watch your best. Oh no, he's a cheeky one. Oh,
that
he's
is
still
a-
good.
That is a contact foul. Surely that impacted play being forced to change direction.
You know, we'll have a bit of contact in the HNC. Featuring next on the podcast. Listen. Right, I'll go back to actions for
Thank you, Callum.
Bye, Callum. Yeah, we like Callum.
Some days. He's a lot more fun when
he's-
he plays for Rexy. He's gone off him a little bit at the Hornets.
All right.
He's too good to be playing against that ring that often. So that was a bit of a wild throw. I mean, some impressive arm strength thrown by Scott, but it did result in an overthrow. There's a slight change up in defence in this game. We've got Andy Keith blitzing, and Callum Young has dropped to corner, and Fraser Thompson at safety behind him, and we have Aaron and Heather on the opposite side. I still don't know any of the Chargers' names, so we have the blue team. The blue team shotgun. Neil has,
Good job, Tom.
and it's an interception by Aaron Drummond, who had a bit of a look of desire to get that one. And some lazy flag returns on the sidelines by the blue team. I have never often wonder why I'm listed as the least favourite person in flag.
I know, but we love you all the same.
And then I say things like this and I realise why.
Well, the one thing I've noticed as well, Tom, it's getting dark.
It is getting
And the lights
dark.
haven't come on yet.
No. And Bez
Oh, there it is,
Berry
Bez!
is
Oh, with the speed.
showing some of his blistering 3.9 second 40 yard dash time there.
This is,
So we've got a minute left of the game to go. Now we've got Rexy's with the ball on about 4 yards, maybe 5 at worst. We have so we have trips for Rexy's and a nice little shovel pass and a score for Greg Sim.
Greg.
So the score is currently either 20-0, 22-0, 21-0,
What do you have in the Pick'em League?
or some conversion.
You only got 30 seconds left, but in the Pick'em League, what game is this
They
one?
had a 25 and a half.
No, I
Headshot.
don't, is that this one?
Yeah.
What game did I pick? Oh, Rexy Chargers was a plus 25.5.
So,
So right now, if you took the Chargers,
as a certain individual did, is a little bit nervous.
you?
Yeah.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And we're fairly confident that game is finished with a maximum of 22-0 and a minimum of 20-0. So,
Pick'em written all over it.
so,
we may have to go down and see about the lights in here.
and we still have field 3 finishing with incomplete pass from the Raptors. No idea of the scores on any of the pitches, even the one I was watching. So, we've got a few minutes to go to the next game. On this field 1, we have the Blackhawks versus the Silvercats. On field 2, we have Top Gun versus Outlaws. On field 3, we have the game everyone has been waiting for. We have Jurassic Ball.
Is that now?
It is now.
It is now because I
It's-
have to move the camera.
We don't have stats for the. We're not going to be able to have a screen for this one, I don't think, are we?
What's that?
Are we going to have. Oh! And
An update.
Mr. Tree has done himself proud. He has built in some beautiful, beautiful extra graphics that I hope you're all able to see right now. We've transferred to pitch 3, and the Jurassic Cup will start in about 3 minutes time.
So what we need to happen here, unfortunately, is we need there to be no plays at the back of the end zones because the dinosaurs are in the way.
Did you accept the challenge, by the way?
What was that?
animating
I did
the
not,
roars.
Nope, I did not do that, Tom. There's skills and then there's next level. I know how to do it. However, I didn't have the time. I had no time to do it, unfortunately.
So,
I know. So cold. Ross, can you go to reception and see about the light? Okay, man. Go on.
number 1 is on the Scooters Griffin.
All right. I've not got it on my stats, but she got an extra point.
Tell you what, the quality that the Phillies have been able to produce this year so far in the tournaments we've seen them in is really impressive for a team that's not even gone through the Philip process yet.
It's brilliant. You know, they're really like showcasing that ability, and they're around really good coaches and stuff as well. So it's really going to help them. Aye, of course you can, man. Come join us.
Sweet.
We haven't got enough seats though. You were going to go find a seat, Tom.
I had brought a seat. We may as well see for no.
Oh man. I'll mute the live stream now. We'll be back very shortly. In fact, I'll just switch on now. You're
So-
live.
So, my apparent break has been taken away from me. We're back on to to myself,
Barry.
and I've got company.
Hello. I'm Dave. I'm the head coach of the super majestic West Lothian Chargers, who've had a great day of going 0-4.
Well, see,
Close games all round, though, man. Close games all round.
And we have a very and
that looked like an
Mr. soon-to-be reigning offensive MVP dropped it. He dropped a wide open one up the center.
Mm-hmm.
So Besbury letting his QB down there. So you've got a slightly different take on this to me. I don't get to watch the Raptors very often, and you managed to play them a few times this year.
Raptors, man, what to say about them? Their D are rock solid. Like the tight unit. Play a kind of 3-2 with a blitz. Two safeties tend to sit quite far back, but they'll bite up. I mean, they're fast. They gang tackle. We had a few plays against them where guys running up the middle. There's three swarming. Absolutely textbook stuff. So their D are really well drilled. I mean, we found out every time we've played them, even last season. They're just a solid team. So.
So with that, we're looking. So we've got for Rexies, we've got the starting lineup. It's Greg Sim, Besbury, and Nicky Farrell at receiver. We have Richie at centre and Scott McDonald, who has pretty much won the QB of the year award for Winter League. There for them.
I'd be very surprised if we didn't.
I don't quite know how Liam's got on today, but I think Liam was his closest challenger.
It was Ben Wilson.
Ben
and
Wilson,
Liam
sorry.
Clutterbuck.
So really,
We've got Ben Wilson currently in second and Jules currently in third without the round four.
Oh, nice.
so we've got a completion there for the first down from Scott to Greg. So in that case, we're going to have the defense we're going to have the Rex's defense be able to maybe help Scott out a little bit here. We can, if they can slow down Ben.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's the key to slowing down Ben?
He's really good under the blitz. If you can flush him out to the side, as long as it's not an option play, he'll more times than not, rather than take the sack, he'll throw it. He'll just fling it out of bounds.
Okay.
But for the most part, he's happy to sit in the pocket and throw it. On the options, he's deadly on the run as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy's fast. Very fast.
So we're just waiting for the signal from the referees. I think we're on third down. Second.
Looks like it's third for the sideline.
Yep. So we're going to say third.
Yeah.
And if we're wrong, well, it won't be the first or last time today.
He's quite far away in our defence.
So we've got a little bit of a shifty there and wide open
lovely.
to Greg Sim.
What a throw.
So we've just to keep the scores up to date a little bit better this time than we did in the last game. I have to apologise. At one point, I was just making up scores.
Yeah,
I'm a little
fair.
biased.
That's fair enough.
So I think we had at one point it was 44-0 to the Rexy half. We corrected it pretty quickly. Don't worry.
Against who?
Yeah.
That's all. It wasn't even close to that. Come on. 44's a bit of an
There was
exaggeration.
complications with the 44 because of the Pickham League. Though.
I was very pleased for the turnaround.
Oh, that Pickham League, that was honestly, I got that score on point.
And that's a catch.
Oh,
That
is
is
that
a
a catch?
catch.
That is
That is a
superb.
beautiful. XP2.
Nicky at it
I
again.
would put them on because when it gets dark, it's dark.
So that's a Scott McDonald's conversion rate has dramatically improved today.
You know what, though? It's so much fun to play against Rexies. Really good fun to play against. Challenges you playing against better players, so, you know. Always enjoy the battle with them.
Don't get too carried away. Call them better, louder, louder
More
dressed.
experienced. We'll go with more experienced. I don't know if they're louder dressed than us, actually. It's a close battle, to be fair.
Did notice it's a very similar blue.
I've got to be quiet, those Chargers are here, I'm calling them the strips again.
You love her, sis. How's your mug?
The mug's been heavily used, I'll let you know.
Oh, I thought that was. Could he have picked that?
I
Playing safe there.
Standards are wrong.
So we've got Aaron Drummond doing what Aaron Drummond things, laying a big fat paw right in the middle of the pass.
He had some pick against us as well.
So on the defence, there's been a little bit of change from what the start of the last few games. We've got Andy Keith at Blitz. We've got Fraser Thompson, who's the new signing for today. At corner with Heather at the other side. We have Callum Young and Aaron Drummond playing safety. And to summarise my normal commentary on teams playing Rexy, we have the team in black. So that'll be them.
It's a bit of a contrast.
So we have in Heather we have the East Kilbride Pirates reigning MVP. After what's a fantastic year for them, it was capped with the Flag of New Year win, the inaugural Flag of New Year women's bracket win this year. It's really good fun watching these teams come together. I mean, it's maybe more fun watching them as a fan or commentator than it is to play against them. When you look at just how much Chieftains and talent and GB talent is there, and
It's a good catch.
Save Scott there, gives him a catch from a very well deflected ball.
Greg Sims wide open deep left here.
I hope so. I'm doubting that's the actual standings.
So
But I think they're right. I mean, updating this, I've been going, I want to do it afterwards, and it's quite like regiment about how I do it. But all the scores are on the website, so the results are correct as per.
Thing is, our defensive record, looking at the updated standings, is still not bad.
No.
Compared to the other teams in the league. So
we've been saying it for a little while. Is that it's not. It's been finishing drives off.
Yeah.
It's cost you a few games this year.
we had 3 or 4 fourth down drops today. That were on the money. Just unlucky. Guys sort of getting excited and trying to turn them for the pylons before they've secured it. It's just still a lot of inexperience in our team, but the guys are getting better every week. So
There's some sorry, just to interrupt. There are very questionable decisions being made by Scott McDonald, who's bypassing the wide open underneath passes for the double coverage
Yep.
to Nicky Farrell, but Nicky does Nicky things and just keeps bringing them in. Yeah, no, it's been fun watching how much you guys have improved, and I think the guys mentioned it on the podcast. The only question there was having had 3 months off. Would that affect you? And we have another beautiful crossing route to Greg Sim.
absolutely on the money.
And the Raptors are just seem a little bit short of energy on the day. I think they've pretty much played every game so far.
Yeah, I think pretty sure they may well be 5 in a row actually.
So to give you a quick run on the standings while we're waiting for this extra point, hopefully to be converted, so Scott can stop getting the mick taken out of him. So we've got Top Gun 1, Rexy 2, Raptors 3, Outlaws 4, Carnegie 5, who are getting caught by the Colts and potentially the Silvercats and Blackhawks,
Need a win.
and the Killer Bees and the Chargers with only a point separating the bottom two. But you have a significantly 32 point better point difference on them. So so I missed that. Was that extra point?
Extra
good?
point was catch, yes. Threaded it to Bez. Absolutely brilliant catch at the back of the end zone. I'm noticing I'm not sure if it's a change in system that the Raptors are trying to do here, but they're sitting really narrow and letting the outside receiver have a good.
That's not a change.
Is it not a change? Give
If you listened to the live stream the last time, I was picking the Raptors apart, like, just throw it to the outside.
I'm too busy playing to listen to the live stream.
If you're going to play the Raptors, you pick on the outsides because they're open.
Deep
Because
hooks,
outside
yeah,
7 to
deep
10
hooks.
inches.
Yeah.
You couldn't have told me that from that last game there.
It's all on the live stream, man. The knowledge is there.
So we're sitting with about 3 minutes left of the half. We've got what hopefully for the Raptors would be one drive left.
Nice catch.
It's a really good catch. A turn,
Good
tackle
catch.
by Aaron Drummond, and we're on short yardage for fourth down. So it might not be a drive for the Raptors.
The thing is that with the Raptors as well, their centre and number 44 both make tough catches. I mean, they're big, strong lads. Quite happy to get their bodies in between and just take it in. There's another one. Oh, I jinxed them. I'm so sorry.
So we've got the ball turned over on fourth down. We now have 2.5 minutes left for the Raptors, for the Rexies, I really struggled all day getting my dinosaurs modelled up.
They're so shiny.
So my favourite bit of the Rexies uniform, which you can probably see really well demonstrated on Richie, is the bright yellow little bumhole.
One of those things I hadn't noticed, and now I'll never stop.
Thanks for pointing that out. I've
Yeah,
never seen
yeah,
it. I'm going
that's
to go
it.
home and put my strip on and have a wee look.
What has been seen can never be unseen.
So that's a beautiful little byproduct of the guys at VSN making the shorts up for them. But it's one of my favourite features.
It's like it's winking at me. Oh, pump fake. Oh, he's gone deep.
And we've gone very deep, and Besbury owes another £5.
Oh, wow. Safety just put his hand up and left it.
So for those of you watching the Pick'em League, we have just a quick check. Is this game?
I can't remember if I put it on the pick-em.
So we have Rexies Raptors is on there as a 14.5 point spread. So at the moment, the 14.5 minus to the Rexies is could be a bit of an upset. I don't think many teams expected more than 2 converted scores to separate these teams with inside a minute to go of the first half.
Oh, no.
So we've got 35 seconds left of the half.
Yeah.
Just a nice subtle reminder to the Master in Chief.
It goes deep. To 44 again. There we go, big man. I apologise again for cursing you the last drive. 24 seconds.
So we're just short of the first down. Surely they have enough time to have 2 pops here.
Gets his flag in, yep. Get one away anyway.
Oh no, that's just,
gotta
that's
go
just a
deep.
little bit of inexperience there.
Gotta go deep.
And
Are they going to get a ball in? Get a ball in.
Aaron Drummond doing Aaron Drummond things and throwing his body around. That would be half now. And I
Thing
think,
is outstanding. I just want to throw that out there.
apart from field 1, I think.
I think Alan Young tried to make a wee, Alan Young move by trying to take the snap, even though the alarm went off.
Yeah, probably. He'll give the refs a bit of stick for it as well. It's
Oh, I can't.
In that case, for the first time, I think today we have all 4 fields finishing on time. Give it a chance to get back on schedule. Give a chance for Carnegie to mess up some more score. Oh no, they're not refereeing at the
No
moment.
referee, yeah, enough of that. We've had enough Carnegie refereeing today. As soon as Adam leaves the field, this is what happens.
They did all right in ours. They missed a blatant PI at the back of the end zone, but we'll let them away with it. So you know.
So
For full
I think-
disclosure to Rexies, it wasn't a PI, but we figured we'd try and call for it anyway.
So we're just waiting for everyone to get some juice on.
These
Get
Sabres
going.
boys are on it. No, the rest of the slackers. Oh, the Chargers are refereeing. I better be quiet. Oh, these guys.
Yeah, we put all
That's
of
because
it.
the 2 best guys are here.
Yeah, that was deliberate. They've got to learn. Neil and I ref nearly every game last year. We got fed up with it.
Thanks on my CV as a qualified flag referee. Last 2 score sheets.
So we have the second half starting. We have on defense that unchanged unit for Rexies and the black team.
Okay.
No, so we have. I don't know enough of the guys. I apologise. We have Jiggy, Ben Wilson, Paul, 44, and number 7. So we'll stick with that.
62 for the Raptors, a handful to cover. Very good player. Like playing against him.
Paul's shown some fair speed today and some lovely catches at the back of the end zone. We have a little option play here, which isn't always a good move when Andy Keith is blitzing. I think that is a little bit of a.
What were they calling? Yeah, they're giving the catch. I didn't think it was a tackle.
It was
for
a
loss
very
there.
quick decision by the referees, which we can only assume means they got it right.
I would judge it by what I saw. I would agree with them, but you know,
I'm not biased at all, don't worry.
quite far back. I don't know.
So we have a first down for the Raptors. A little hold for Carnegie, slowing
We're gonna get the
things up
ball off.
again.
Yep.
Goodness sake, Carnegie.
Enough of that.
And we have a complete pass to
good
Jiggy,
move.
who nice silky hips past Callum Young. Who seems to have moved from safety up to corner.
Yeah, it looks like it. Unless they switched for that play.
Yep. And so just for that one play.
Yep.
So either that or I wasn't paying enough attention and it's just a scheme they called.
You're not paying attention again, Tom.
Well, probably not. I have.
We're looking through bars. It's you know, you can't see everything.
Oh, excuses.
I'll try and defend him a wee bit.
It's appreciated. I mean,
Ah,
it
yeah,
doesn't
but-
happen very often.
Yeah.
So we had somehow or another managed to squeeze through 2 sets of Raptors' hands, and we've now got second down,
I think it's a third down
third
here.
down because I can't count. We've got a nice little.
Oh, it's a low one.
That's a. There's always a call for a PI in that situation, but I think it's safe to say that was not even close.
Not even close. Love it.
I'm a firm believer that if 2 guys are challenging for the ball, you gotta let them challenge for the ball. Unless it's blatant, don't call it. Gotta let us play. That's my take on it. I know that's not everybody's take on it, but you know.
I think that was a wonderful little bit of
Good
defence there
defending.
by 44.
Absolutely. That was. I know we heard that from up here. It was a good one.
Aaron Drummond is another one of these players that is eternally injured, but you can never tell. He likes to throw himself around. So offensively, starting the second half, we have exactly the same lineup. We have multicolored versus black strips.
Good observation.
That says it all. There's team left open.
Greg Sim is left
open
wide
again.
open again. They're going to have to start covering him soon, aren't
Yeah, they got to split the corners slightly wider. I know the worries about getting beat up the middle, but you move a safety to strong.
So we're inside 8 minutes now for the second half. Not to curse the game or jinx it in any way, but we have to start making assumptions that
Oh, Nicky.
that
My words. Oh, Nicky.
Even with
Nicky doing filthy
Dearie me.
even with the hold as well.
Yeah, you got
Did Nicky just do filthy things on camera?
pretty much.
Oh, Nicky.
You need to put this on after the watershed now. Cancel it now.
I marked it not suitable for kids as well because the new YouTube laws. I had to update that.
Oh, is that-
for the cursing and the
Does that mean I'm allowed to swear? I've been trying to be good here as well, but you know.
we still don't condone that in here.
It's not channel
I never swear. I'm.
It's not Channel 4.
No.
We're more like a BBC. I've got sponsors to promote.
So Rexy are really making an amends for. I think the Raptors got a score in the last game, and being privy to the chat, they weren't that happy about it.
Again, it's just it's watching how the Raptors are lining up so narrow and needing their corners to. Oh, it's another drop for Bez. That's 2. Wow.
And Bez Berry has just been. He's. I think the weight of being the offensive MVP elect has
There's a
just set heavy on
forlorn
that.
stroll to the sideline there, wasn't
I
it?
can now confirm to those out there we have a tie for MVP.
Oh,
It was a 2-horse
Oh.
race between 2 players.
I'm excited.
Callum Woods isn't here, so he's now dropped out of contention. There's now 2 players now tied for first for MVP.
For offensive
Same-
MVP.
oh
No,
come
no,
on, G.
overall.
You got to
Overall,
tell us.
2 different teams, same team.
Different teams.
Oh,
So-
gonna tease us, or do we get
Oh,
to know?
again, no teaser. No one will find out until the review show.
How much will it cost to sort this info out?
No bribes.
It'll be a full sponsorship for the Winter League next year, Neil. So it's
Don't you
£47,000.
dare, Neil.
I work for DHL, see what I can mind.
£47,000 is the full sponsorship package required to find out who MVP is this year.
Oh, we make about 800 quid a year in subs. It's amazing. We could totally do that if Neil gets a bank loan.
So we're down to 5.5 minutes to go. We have the Rexy defence is not changed up yet. We've got Andy Keith running extremely fast after the quarterback. Heather and Fraser just not missing tackles like they normally do.
Tom! Pick'em League. You suck.
No, get to see that. I'll be back.
First one! First one you lost.
There's a brawl broke out at the
already.
commentary booth here, so I'll just
Yeah, one time. Look, sit down.
I'll try and cover where they're fighting.
Commentary booth, it's not involved in the rest of it.
Oh, he's got one to slant. Keep going, keep going. Don't jump. Well done.
That's a-
Good job. Excellent tackling again for Rexy's there.
So there's just to let everyone know, if you haven't been paying attention over the last 4 weeks, we have a pick'em league. I don't know, have you guys been taking part?
No.
I had no money.
So we have, what happens is each week, Master in Chief and the most corrupt commissioner in Winter League history.
No, that back. We're back. You're back at the top again.
That's okay. He picks the spread for games each week, and then it's your job to try and guess them. What he released to everyone going into the beginning of the day was that I was leading for the £100 first place prize, and he keeps finding ways to try and knock me off the top spot.
What are you going to spend your winnings on, though? That's the big question.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to win.
Hey, have a bit of confidence.
I have a horrible feeling that this game here.
Oh,
On field 4, we have just had a very difficult over-the-shoulder, full length of the field catch, bobbled.
we premature
Fine,
MVP chant broke out for the Rexy sidelines there as well, just judging by what she just said. Oh, they're sharing some insider info here and not showing me, so again, I'll commentate on the game and
Sorry.
let they two have their wee moment, it's fine.
Sorry, it was the Pick'em League. He's just pointing out how badly I've been doing. Or how corrupt he is. One of the two. We're not sure.
Drops back.
Absolutely.
He's dropped it. Unlucky.
Oh, you got one right, Tom.
It's fair to say that Ben's been let down by his receivers a little bit in this game.
Yeah, that was to be fair, it was slightly low and slightly to the side, but he played well against us. I'd have thought he'd have brought that in. Again, I apologise, I don't know his name. I'm really bad for names.
It's okay. It's a black team with a red number.
He doesn't have a number either, which I don't think helps.
Oh, that is at 7.
Oh, okay. Excellent. Thanks.
I don't necessarily know what 7 means, but 7's someone. He's a human being. We'll let him have that.
Yeah, that's it. Good wee tussle women again.
Oh, and Bez Berry drops another pass. He subbed himself off. He has subbed himself off. He's been so bad today. It's concerning. I mean, coming into this, we had the chat all the way down about his MVP. What was he going to do with his MVP title this year? We wanted another one to come back to Aberdeen, and I just don't know if he deserves it.
But just for the drops in this game?
Yes.
It's a bit harsh.
So again,
Oh,
the
wide
Raptors
open,
are
wide
just
left
not
again.
covering the receivers.
And he's done him.
And
Oh,
Greg
that is
Sim
outstanding, Greg.
has gone the length of the field,
My words.
and the score is now getting a little bit out of hand at 36-0 with an extra point to go. I have definitely not got this one right.
So far, only one player's got them all right in the first round of pick'ems. And I'm not going to can't release notes. We're too early. Tune in for the review show for that later. I'll be out on probably Friday because I'm working this weekend.
Sheer curiosity there, Tree. What were your spread predictions for us?
Well, you guys come good in the Rexy Chargers game.
Uh-huh.
I had Rexy plus, you guys plus 25.
Oh, yeah, they didn't beat us by that much.
They did not. So you guys have done well on that one. You split it because I was actually, I showed Tom this morning, 11 guys picked you guys and 11 guys picked
Oh,
Rexy.
nice.
So you've really put the cat amongst the pigeons with that. So.
Oh, I'm glad I could disappoint half the punters.
Not me. Not me. I picked
Yeah,
you.
good
But I'll
one.
be honest, like 21-0, it's only 3 scores.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. I'd handle that against like the Rexies guys.
Yeah. I think week 1 Top Guns beat us by was it 18 or 20 as well. And again, it was trying to let my guys were getting down about it. It's like, well, I love the fact that you're down about it, but you got to put it into perspective at the same time as well.
There's
Yeah.
so many positives for the Chargers to take from this Winter League. It's mightily impressive. Like defensively, awesome. And
Thank
as we
you.
know,
That's my side of the
offensively,
ball.
we just need to move the ball better. The one comment is the new guy, is it Hurst?
Brendan, yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan.
Just needs to be more confident.
He does.
You can tell when he gets the ball in their centre, he doesn't take his drop like a 3 to 4 yard drop. It's
Yeah.
like I've got the ball, I'm going to stand up, the blitzer's at me, and I've got to throw
Yeah.
it. So you're not really getting like the 7 to 8 yards,
Yep.
you're getting like a 1 to 2 yard, and those matter.
And to be fair to Brendan, see if you give him the time to throw it, he can
got
thread
that.
the needle. He's got a great arm on him. He just needs to breathe a wee bit in the pocket and not fear the blitzer. Well, Tom, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
No, thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks for that, Dave. Thanks
Cheers,
for coming
Steve.
by. Appreciate it, man.
No worries.
And best of luck for your. You got no more games today.
No more games today,
No more
that's
games
us.
today. So we're waiting to find out what
I can go
happens.
have a wee stretch, get my shoes on, and see what I want to do after that. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you very much. See you later. So we're just going to take a little break here and
Boom, we're back. I think we're back. Right. Let me just check. In fact, before we start speaking, let's make sure they are actually live. Because I had this earlier. Sure. Oh no, we're good. And we're good. And no one's talking to us, even better. Right. Joining us, we've got the Glasgow Killer Bees against Silver Cats with massive playoff implications, we think. We don't know. We'll get the scores in due course. But we've got Jiggy, Paul Johnston, joined us for this game. So guys, how's your day been? How is it going?
Went as well as we really expected. We
We have seen W's coming.
we
Plenty
won-
of them.
We lost our games against the two, big teams, the first and second seeds. So
Yeah,
then we won the other three.
yeah, we won everything
alright.
that we expected to win basically today, which is
And
good.
we hit our 10 wins.
Oh,
This man
yes, I was
nominated us
wondering
for.
that, yeah.
I'll be
I was going
honest.
to pull up the stand and have a wee look at that. 11?
I'll be honest. See, when I get asked that question, I didn't even know how many games we played in this tournament. I just picked 10. And
9 and 9,
Right.
18.
I mean, it worked,
We've
aye.
got you. 18.
but aye,
Is it 18?
Yeah.
aye,
Is it?
yeah.
I will still
That's
go on.
that's a big drop. I thought I had that.
That's
So
good for the
unlucky.
Silver Cats, but Silver Cats need to win this. They are currently 2 points behind the Colts, based upon what I had. And if the Silver Cats win this, and the Colts lost previously, I have no idea, but the Silver Cats would go through on head-to-head.
Yeah.
It's 1-1 in head-to-head, but the points difference has got Silver Cats ahead. So the Silver Cats need to win this with Super Nick Gordon. I'll give him some credit. Look at that.
Nice.
And I'll do it. Nice wee
Worked out.
progression. If you're going to beat the Killer Bees, where'd you throw it? The outside.
Yeah.
All day. Oh, Tom! Is what I've been needing, pal.
Need to remind them at half-time kick bottles.
We do, yeah. Alright, so boys, the commentary is all yours. Feel free to talk about yourselves. Feel free to talk about the game. Just talk to the people. You guys are probably going to listen to it back and get pellets for your own team, though.
Oh, of course.
Definitely.
Because I've got to do all the stats. So I'll keep you right. No swearing. It's for the kids.
Yep. I tried.
And I'll try and update the scores when I get them on.
Wee bad snap there.
Yeah.
On that play.
I like this. You look at the Silver Cats, I think they've definitely got what it takes to beat the Killer Bees in this game and get themselves into the playoffs.
Yeah.
They gave us a game.
Yeah.
It's just the QB.
Last year, when we played them, we sort of had the number, and every time we were going up against them, we just seemed to win it quite comfortably. But this year, it's actually both games we played in Winter
Oh,
League.
it's gone deep.
We've
It's gone
actually-
deep. Oh, that's unlucky.
It's actually been a bit of a struggle to beat them. Both times they've become a lot more resolute and they read our stuff a lot better. So yeah, I see them doing well this year actually.
I see them doing well. I think going from an HNC, BAFTA division point of view, if it's anybody's game apart from maybe the Comets, I think they might stroll it.
Aye.
Given from what I've heard who they've got playing for them this season, but I mean,
Aye.
on your
mean,
day you can beat anybody in the
Few
Division
people-
1.
Aye, yeah, a few people have said it, and our team firmly believe that there's not going to be, other than possibly the Comets, as you said, set wins against teams. Like it's not going to be that the Raptors will always beat the Silvers or whatever. I think basically every team is going to take a win off each other. Like everyone's just going to beat everybody at some point.
Yeah.
So obviously the Chargers have massively improved.
Oh, definitely. But it's good to see.
Defensively, they've really
they're
stepped
really
up.
solid. Silvers have
Good
gotten
break
better
of
as
play,
well,
I
I would
believe,
say. Colts are the Colts, and they always seem to have our number for some reason. But other than today,
Yeah, we broke that today. That's the first time we've ever beat them.
and then obviously Outlaws are a really solid team, and Comets, as you said, guys that they've got this year.
They'll be stacked.
Yeah,
They'll be stacked.
Sounds difficult to say the least.
Yeah, I think the one thing you're going to benefit from the Comets is training. They'll not be able to train regularly. Like Neely's not going to be able to travel down and train with them regularly. So if he gets really aggressive and loses his head pretty quickly, that's when you capitalise.
Yeah.
But aye, good luck. I'd rather not play against Neely. You guys can take that one.
We'll watch you fail.
All I can say is I have got one interception against them to my name.
Take
Alright,
it.
play them.
Stats count.
Aye.
It'd be interesting, even just from a perspective of it's two new teams if you count the Outlaws. Other than this, never played.
I think the Outlaws will be a hard one to judge based on this
Yeah.
because I think a few of their players are playing for other teams in this tournament, and
Yeah, and also I would say both times that we've played them, we basically won by how would you say it? Basically, sort of using the clock to their advantage.
Yeah.
Because both times they were one-score games. Possibly, I think even the first time was an extra point was in it or something.
Aye.
And it was all about us kind of game managing a bit better, perhaps. So, to me, it's definitely going to be a very difficult division this year.
Definitely. See how this play goes.
Aye, Derek.
Going deep. It's a big interception.
pick by Eli.
Big interception.
He's away.
Is he away? Is he away?
Is he back? Is he all the way?
He's away.
He's still going. He's still
Go on,
going.
Levi. Go on.
Dip, 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 dip.
Oh!
Oh, pick six.
Pick six. Oh my!
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, Eli. Scott Forbes will be raging. Scott Forbes messaged me. He's like, Stu, how far am I back in the defensive rankings? I was like, aye, way too far, mate. He'd had to have got 5 interceptions today to caught first. I was like, it's not going to happen.
Was Stuart Fleming not quite high up?
He
in that
was.
list?
I've been doing the
third.
stats live, and he's pretty high up. Like,
Just a shame he couldn't
it's
take
just
it
today.
today.
He's not really got more today.
Aye.
He's
He's
work stuff into today. Couldn't make it.
He's I mean, a lot of us, as you could probably tell, are all footballers and soccer players. So it's been a bit strange adapting to this style of game, but he's done
It's
great.
on the stream. Oh well. It's not on the stream, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Was that one?
Good
That's
guys
an
with
extra
the
point.
XP in
So,
the corner, yeah.
7-0. So we've got some scores. Let's give a wee score update for the last round and table update, which is epic to look at. So we had the Newcastle Blackhawks versus the Silvercats. Silvercats won 26-7.
Ooh.
I didn't see
Didn't
that.
see that
I
coming.
did not see that happening.
Especially who the
Blackhawks.
Blackhawks have drafted into QB.
Oh, Youngie's not really played QB much today, as far as I've seen that. Then we've got the Top Guns versus the Outlaws. Top Guns won 20-6.
Yep.
So kind of what we expected. Kind of the balance of powers went back to Top Guns. That fluke win by Outlaws. I think Sean Young's not here today, so he's been commenting on the feed. Difference maker,
Maybe.
I'd say so.
and then Rexy Midnight Runners. Sorry guys, 36-0.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I won't say that one out loud. And then Carnegie won a game. Woo! We beat the Killer Bees 18-7.
Good one.
Nice, good wins.
So I think we were needing
So,
that to kind of solidify our playoff hopes. I was getting a wee bit nervous here, boys. I'm not going to lie. I didn't like watching my team when I'm playing. So I was like, they're losing. I'm thinking, oh, we shouldn't be losing. But
The hardest thing ever, isn't it? Sitting on the sideline or doing this and watching your team.
yeah, we kind of perfect. We had a really sort of more development focused team today.
Aye.
Had no big Callum, no Craig, no Brandon.
Yeah.
But it gives guys like James Grubb and Brandon Lynch a chance to get to know everyone a wee bit better and blend in a bit more.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and all the other guys, I don't know how they've gone. I've not really been paying attention because I've not been on the live stream. But as far as I've seen, it's been a tough day at the office. But, it's all good. It's only Winter League. It's all good.
Aye, yeah, I mean,
That's the way we've got to
you
look
guys said it from the start. We kind of said it as well, but it's not really panned out that way, just with like attendances. But
It's another pick. It's another
I've
pick.
been talking about Scott Forbes and his picks. He's
he's
never
terrible.
got to run it
He's
back. Oh, he'll be gutted.
He's
He's always got today. All I've seen from him is like, I've got to get a pick 6. I've got to get a pick 6. I don't think it's going to catch him. So our defensive winner last year, I don't think it's going to happen, Scott. I'm sorry.
quick guy, actually deceptively quick.
Scott's a really good player. He should really be playing Oil Cats. I've said that for a wee while. It's one of the positions that they need, is that kind of safety option.
I'd have turned up the middle there.
That's an experience thing. Definitely. There's that wee gap right in the middle, especially when they typically would play a 2-2. So you look at the two front receivers, Robin and Rebecca. And as soon as Paul Ferretti goes down the middle, you're right. Just cut up that gap in
yeah.
the middle.
Yeah.
Because you're moving across right to Robbie Menzies, and Robbie's a solid defender. He's a wily veteran.
Oh, that's a high snap.
That was some snap.
Jump, Nicky. Jump, Nick. We believe in you.
I don't know. I think me or you would have struggled to get
I
that
don't think
one.
I would have got that. No, there's been a few. I think there was one at Flag in the Year when we were playing Mass Flag, and Dawkins just put it right off. I was like, nope, no, not gonna get that. Not gonna get that. And I'm a big dude. Right. So a little standings update then. So Top Guns and Rexy, I think, are given are 1 and 2. Top Gun will be finished number 1 seed. Rexy will be number 2 seed. Raptors.
Thank you.
First seed is wrapped
Thank
up,
you.
so that's really good for you guys. You probably get I don't want to call it an easier first round game, but you get the 6th seed. We'll come to that in a second. Carnegie 4, they are not finished for today, but they are playing Rexy. So you guys are not going to get surpassed by Carnegie, so you're safe. Outlaws are done for the day. So they are so Carnegie 4th, Edinburgh 5th. That's done, dusted.
Yeah.
What we do have though is the Colts in 6th and the Silvercats in 7th, both tied on 15 points.
Oh, nice.
Now, according to the math right now, the Silvercats are technically 6th because they've got the head-to-head over the Colts. They've one match each, so it's 1-1, but the points difference over the 2 games gives it to the Silvercats. So the Silvercats are currently in the 6th position.
Yep.
The Colts are playing the Top Guns in a scoring position, and they have just scored. Talking the devil.
Another throw. Oh, that's an interception.
What's the
back for
what's the
the
sideline? What's the sideline?
Oh,
sniper.
he went away from him.
Sniper.
Unlucky.
And then obviously we have the Silvercats have to. Well, I don't know. They don't have to win, but a win would certainly ease the nerves a bit.
Yeah.
Let's see if Bob Frost is going to go deep with less than a minute to go in this one. See if Frost will try and sling it.
That's a change in QB today. They've been using is it Dale Riley over the top. Menzies over the top. I needed a wee out and up, so just Menzies coming over the top of that guy. Who was it? Oh, I thought it was Cam Reed. No, it's not. I don't know who that is for the Silvercats, but I'd be picking him.
Is that number?
I was just trying to get my play band in and go right. That play just up the sideline.
See, to be fair,
sitting really shallow.
despite having quite small guys playing, corner safeties, etc., they're quite good at guarding. For example, someone of my
Oh, he's got it!
Go forwards with the picks.
It's another tackle.
Oh, he's needing the pick sixes though.
He's needing that pick six.
Oh, he's raging.
Oh, I wish I could give him some shit to the sideline.
Unsportsmanlike, definitely.
This is the
That's
difference.
half time.
Oh, I need my hook. Oh, there you go. Half time! I get the next point.
What do you have? I genuinely don't have enough words in my vocabulary.
Oh, I need to do the
Other than the ones I usually
I'll do
use.
the stats now.
Half time, we've got Aberdeen up 7-0. A good couple of interceptions from Aberdeen, one returned for that touchdown.
Yeah, and a wee pick at the end there for the Killer Bees. Sadly, they didn't get it into the end zone though.
Yeah. It's been a very defence orientated game then. It's good to see. I like a good bit of defence.
What's the score? 7-0?
It's 7-0.
Nothing.
And they start with the ball as well.
Yeah.
Again, the difference is a quarterback. If I had Jamie Bennett at QB right now, I'd be like, yeah, cool, they've got this.
Yeah.
It's all good. No, and again, Nick will probably watch it back and slag me off, but I don't have as much confidence. Good.
There's a lot to be said about having somebody that's not your usual QB in.
Oh, I can vouch for you on that one, my
What a
Carnegie mob.
catch.
Yeah,
That was a
Good
good
catch,
throw. That was a
great
good
throw.
throw right now.
that's the difference. Cam at QB, you need him at receiver. He is really good. I'm surprised the Oil Cats haven't called him up yet. I don't know whether it's maybe attendance or something like that, but
Yeah.
he's got the ability.
Aye.
Oh,
Sick.
you had one job, Paul. Catch balls and start a clock.
See, I mean, I don't know how to work computers.
Oh, don't worry. Neither do I. Well, I try and keep telling myself that.
Was that a sack? Is that a sack?
Oh,
Was
Richie's
indeed.
got the
He's
legs
given
out,
it.
and that's got to be on camera. Richie's legs are out.
There was a nice sack there by the Killer Bees. Paul Ferretti.
Yep.
Probably butchered how to say that, but
Oh no, you've done well, man. That's it.
It's just not the same seeing
it's unlucky.
Mark Richards referee without that swimming school PE, swimming
Yeah.
pool
So where's the score, Paul?
PE bag thing that he has on his back all the time.
His wee shoe bag.
He's heard that and all.
Aye. But it is nice to see him doing his other job of representing the Limp Bizkit fan club.
Limp Biscuit with diabetes.
Is that Limp Diabetic Biscuit? So anyway, enough of us slagging our coach because he's going to kill us on Wednesday
Not at
If
all,
he-
boys.
when
I'll
he-
censor it out when it goes live. I'll edit it. Don't worry.
when he heals us back. That's another turnover. Again, defence is on top in this game.
Yeah. Defence is key.
Defense wins championships, boys.
I
That's what they
wholeheartedly
say.
agree.
My defense at Carnegie's terrible. So.
I'd love to play a bit more defence, to be honest. I really
good-
enjoyed
good grab by
playing Iron
Willie.
Man for that. But yeah.
First season I played safety. I mean, it
Aye,
says a
we all
lot
know
about
how
the
that
Spartan
happens.
season
Aye, we all know what happened.
that I was playing safety, but again, picked
Yeah,
off
that's in the past, boys. In the past.
a couple of picks.
Oh, we're reborn again, Jiggy.
Reliving my glory days.
Yeah, going under centre here.
Oh, we
Nice wee dump off.
dump
Good
off.
tackle.
Oh, I think over the
Flag
line of
there,
scrimmage.
aye.
I think would be the call.
Legal forward pass, yeah.
Yeah. Got to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, that happens. Because that's their bread and butter, really. They like to
You know,
sort of
quick
take the
wee-
ball in, nice wee dump off right underneath.
Yeah.
What?
Again, another bunch formation.
Get rid of that.
Oh, that's
Good
that's
break
a
up there.
good breaker. I thought he had it.
Good
Not
pressure
gonna
as
lie,
well
I
from
thought
the
he had
blitz.
it. Oh,
Think
think we'll get an injury here, an injury.
Are they stopping it?
No, he's going off. He's going off.
Cam knows the script. There's no bleeding.
Aye.
It's not far.
If it's no hanging off, you can make it off the pitch.
Going underneath. Good.
So unlucky.
That would have been a good catch. It was difficult to hold that in. Going
Yeah.
behind her.
Fourth down. It's a big fourth down, this.
Yeah, it was. What do we think about the Killer Bees for this season? Is it probably just a rebuilding job?
Has
Yeah.
to be.
Yeah.
I think so. I think they've got the guys to do a job like Robbie, Willie McNabb,
Almost.
Paul Ferretti,
Yeah, they've got some
Ainsley.
good experience.
They've
yeah,
got the guys in
good
there. Whether they'll be able to play at the level of like the Titans, the Crows, the Hornets, I find it'll maybe be difficult for them.
Yeah.
But it'll be valuable experience either way. So
Definitely.
I mean,
Experience counts for so much in this game, especially
Yeah.
for folk like myself, who's only been playing it a couple of years, same as Paul.
Yeah, it's not saying yeah.
it's probably the only downside. It's like we see teams like yourselves and the Comets and the Outlaws, and now you kind of look at it in hindsight as a wonderful thing. But you know, are you guys now at Prem level, skill wise? Are we better than the Killer Bees who are there? There's a spot in the
Yeah.
Prem that isn't filled. We've only got 5. Should there be?
Yeah.
So hurry up and get to the Prem, boys. Hurry up. do one in the
try,
job.
we'll
No,
try.
We're trying.
Good. That's what I like to hear.
Aye, that's the goal for us this year. Is we want to at least get into a playoff position.
Yeah, definitely.
And at least compete for that right to go up.
That's exactly it. I think even if you guys can see that yourself, you'll probably find that if you were to make the playoff for promotion,
Yeah.
I could see you
Aye.
Yeah.
winning that one. I think.
What will happen with the league in that case? Because there's less people in the Prem now. Do you...
So that really affects us. Last year we had more teams than the MEC, so
Yeah.
we benefited from having a better record,
almost a
which
pick
put
there.
us into the
This
playoffs. So we were
season.
quite fortunate to get to the playoffs last season because we literally played more games than the MEC guys.
Yeah.
So now that's flipped on its head this year. So we're going to have to win. We are now legitimately going to have to finish second to make the playoffs. So it's going to be harder for us this year.
Yeah.
For 2021, it is the winner will come up, and then there'll be one relegation game.
That'll be a
So-
playoff rather than having an automatic.
There'll be no
relegation.
automatic relegation. That's right. Yeah, it'll be a playoff with whoever's second in Division 1.
Good,
Which
all
good
that.
pressure,
Good
like
pressure.
there.
Yeah.
it definitely was
Slow.
6.9 seconds to throw that ball.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 6 seconds to throw a ball, isn't it? So 5.9.
No,
I mean, if I
7
know
seconds.
Mark-
Is it
I guess,
7
isn't it?
seconds? I'm a QB. I should know
I mean,
that.
if I know Mark like I know Mark, I think he struggles to count to 7.
Oh well.
He's got a stopwatch, he should be fine.
6 minutes. Oh,
6 minutes left.
I'm struggling with the
Big
stats
6
here,
minutes.
boys. I'm doing my best to try and get these done to chip in. It's driving me
Big
nuts.
6 minutes for the Silvers here. They can seal it out.
Yeah.
Don't have to rely on anything
Oh,
else.
Oh, is it still 7 now?
Another
That
throw
pick
down the
six.
middle.
Defense is going to win this game. I think that pick 6 is going to do it.
I think the They make it over halfway? I think they have, yeah.
Yeah, I think Ben's standing on the line there, so
Yeah.
about a yard over. So, yeah, good job.
A high snap.
Freddie's been really
Oh,
good.
what a
throw.
throw. Oh, what a
Great
tackle, great
by
tackle.
Menzies.
Great tackle, Robbie. Again, great catch as well.
Aye, yeah, good throw, good catch. Menzies was exactly where he had to be.
Yeah.
Last one.
You get on all right?
Getting there. It's the last bunch. I know I don't know who all the stat winners are. The
Yeah.
only problem I have is the MVP race is tied. Yeah, and
Two horse race.
it'll basically go to the first game of the playoffs. Maybe even further. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea how I'm going to do MVP. It might have to go all the way to the final. And it's the only awards race that I'm going to let run all the way on. Only because I've got two tied, and I know that both players are in the top 6.
Aye.
So they're guaranteed to play the same amount of games regardless.
Yeah.
The reason why the
for
player
MVP.
stats
Aye, good one.
the player stats have stopped today because in the finals, the playoffs, some teams will play less than others, so it's not fair.
Yeah.
But the MVP race, because the two players are tied, they're in the top 6. I'll let it run on. Well, I don't know. I might. I don't know.
If you feel like
I'll
it.
wait and see what my. I haven't got. This is the thing with the rules. I wasn't expecting it to be a co-MVP because the MVP is getting a jersey, and I've only got one coming.
Aye, so there needs to be a bit of a...
I might have to reach out to Mr. Nuwola. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
good.
touchdown.
Got another one.
Good throw.
I may have to reach out to Mr. Nuwola for another one. So if you're listening, Rudy,
That was an
I
extra
might need
point, I
another
believe.
jersey. That was a. Must have been. Must have been. That shows you how much we're paying attention, boys.
Too busy worrying about MVPs and
Aye.
But a great touchdown for Aberdeen, just about. Oh, it's a
Good
good catch.
catch.
A good catch.
That's a Dominic Curran special, that one.
Catch it on the deck.
Aye, always on the deck.
I'm glad you said deck there. I thought you said something else.
You get your head out of the
I'm
gutter.
trying my
All
best.
day
Joe.
I'm listening for like keywords like boys. You can't say that.
Aye, I'm trying my best.
Another interception.
Another pick.
And then get another great tackle by Robbie.
Aye, Robbie's really been great at tackling today, actually.
That's good.
I
Maybe.
think that's basically sealed the game, boys.
Yeah.
I would say so, yeah. We've got 2 minutes 55 left. Aberdeen's got the ball, 2 scores up. Yeah.
23.
I would say they've done their job and they've sealed that last playoff place, actually, so well done.
Yeah.
Good team, as I said,
Enough
they've
MVP
been
votes.
definitely improving.
Who's the Top Guns playing?
Good spell.
Top Guns are
Oh God.
playing the Colts.
My MVP race is getting a bit too tight for my liking. Scott McDonald, Wesley Berry, Kev Woods. Yeah, Stuart Fleming, 6 interceptions.
Oh, wow.
He
Nice.
was currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th overall.
6th overall.
Nice.
Not bad.
I think Ben's going to finish 3rd overall. Is Liam playing? No, Liam's not playing. So I think Ben's 3rd overall.
You'll be happy with that.
We
Definitely.
also got Paul Johnston, 13 touchdowns, 5 extra points, and 1 2 XP. So you're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th overall.
6th overall. Hey, top 10, man. Top 10.
Top 10.
As long as Stephen Cliff doesn't catch a touchdown, you're alright.
Yeah,
Which I think he did.
I think he did catch one.
I think he did. You might be going down one here.
I think that might be the one
Oh,
we
and Nicky
seen.
as well. Nicky as well is playing at the top. Oh, it's no ended yet.
There's Granton there as well.
Who's that? Grant.
Grant Fraser, number 44.
Oh, right, yeah. Grant's been scoring touchdowns for
Yeah.
fun, and his extra points are quite high. If you
Aye,
look at the
yeah.
extra points, he's got 8. Like, nobody else has got the same amount of extra points he does. That name. So if you're going for an extra point, man, Grant's your man.
Yep.
Yep.
I said that today. Jiggy, just don't listen back to the live stream because I might have commented on you.
That's
and Grant,
alright.
because we were playing in the King Bowl and we were told, oh, these boys, they're just big lads, they just can't play. Then they touch the ball, it's like, oh, they actually know what they're doing.
It's alright. In the first game we played, or second game, the Jules just went, he's too guffy to get around to tackle.
Too gumpy.
It's like, cheers, mate.
There we go, that's a score. Another one.
Another for Aberdeen, yeah.
Oh, hang on. Right, guys, hang on.
Another touchdown. Too busy talking about ourselves, we're not really commentating in the game.
Like 10 minutes.
Is that an injury
Seven
on
year injury.
field?
We good? Alan. What?
There we go, and we're back. An injury on one of the fields down the way.
35 seconds left.
35 seconds and another
the
extra point attempt for the
regular-
Aberdeen.
Yeah, like, look at
Can we
Nick
call it the
Swagger as
regular?
well. He's walking
Aye.
up to like, I've got this, boys.
Don't you worry, lads.
Oh,
And
that's
he
it.
does
Right in
that.
the
It's a
corner,
great
lovely.
route. Great route. Great
We've got a new
throw.
Silvercats QB here, boys. I don't know. Huh?
Maybe, aye.
Plugging his
maybe.
name in.
He's definitely asking questions. Is he better than Bennett?
Cameron as well. Cameron's been
Cameron as well.
10.
Well, there's a
Aye,
deep
big
ball
arm,
and
big arm.
it's
I was just saying,
full time.
good game from the Silvers.
Good game from the Silvercats. Done exactly what they had to do. Win the game.
Yeah. Excellent.
Done.
So,
Done.
and we now know who we are playing in the first round of the playoffs.
Do we?
I
Oh,
believe
yeah,
so,
play the Silvercats.
Playing the Silvercats.
Silvercat, you've ruined my review show now because that's what we're going to talk about. But aye, so you guys, so that's basically it. So Top Guns and Rexhill get a bye. So you guys will play the Aberdeen Silvercats and Carnegie will play the Outlaws.
Nice.
Nice, that'll be a good game. I look forward to seeing
I
that.
might strip up for just that one game. You know, help my boys out a wee bit. Nah, I'll definitely not be stripping up. Definitely not. But aye, but thanks very much, boys. I'll
Thanks
leave
for
the
having
floor
us.
to you. So if anyone wants to come play Raptors, where do you train? Location, times. Let the world know how they can get in touch with you guys. I'm too far away to play for you boys. I'm sorry, I'm not available.
It's
But
alright. If anyone wants to come and try it out in the Paisley and Renfrewshire area, we train on a Wednesday night, 7:30 till 9 o'clock at Glenaffer High School. And Sundays, every second Sunday, depending on the weather,
Aye.
we play at the Power League in Paisley
Yep.
from 11 to 1 on their seven-a-side pitch.
oh, I've seen your venue. Looks pretty sweet. That.
Aye,
Yeah,
it's
it's
alright,
good.
aye, decent facilities to be fair.
Yeah, that's what you want.
It's hard in sort of the Paisley area where like loads of teams have access to indoor facilities like this, but there's nothing
Our
really
only
in it.
indoor
It's
facilities at
basically
St Martin.
Glen. Aye, or the St Martin thing, which we actually thought about that for the game day,
okay.
but the pitch dimensions are too small.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
can't
think
even do
we've
it
got
there.
it kind of sweet with I think, Paul, you've been to the Michael Woods in
Yeah,
Glen
yeah,
Office.
aye, that was good.
We're probably going to be looking to use that more next winter.
Yeah.
We're looking at getting a wee agreement with them, but that is honestly like flag football perfect.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
dimensions on it are phenomenal.
Yeah.
But it's trying to come across these facilities nearby is difficult. So
Aye, yeah,
that's
aye.
good. Perfect. Well, again,
Aye.
thanks very much, guys. We'll
Brilliant.
see you in a few weeks for the
See you in a
playoffs.
few weeks. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward
I know.
to it.
Right. And I'll shut you down as well. So bye to everybody else.